let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safeway Liquid Beers of the Week podcast.
Be right again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's not static, AM radio. It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in. He's your dealer for life. Let's crack at 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites.
everyone. I'm Zach Hyman of the Edmonton Oilers.
She's so tenacious.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
Revving up his engine, listen to the crowd just roar. No reason for tension, Zach is gonna shoot and score. Hyman's in the scoring zone. Right into the scoring zone. Signed for 7 years, now he's playing by McDavid's side. He's got you jumping out of your seat cause of that look in his eyes. Hyman's in the scoring zone. He'll take you right into that scoring zone. You know he's gonna score a few. Playing with Connor, it's a top line overload. You'll finally see what he can do. So raise your hands up as high as they can go.
He always said that was a magician's secret.
His energy is contagious.
Playing with an edge, that's what you're gonna see. Taking the next step, cause he's no longer with the Leafs. Hyman's in the scoring zone. He'll take you right into that scoring zone. Hyman's in the scoring.
Connor McDavid.
Let me say yeah.
Remember that name.
McDavid off a turnover. Walks in. Has a step shot. Glove shot. No, it slips behind Holtby. And that's McDavid's 30th. Finds McDavid. The net is empty. Shoots and scores, and this one's over.
Connor McDavid. Connor. McDavid. McDavid. Remember that name. Here he is. Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid. Smart move. Here he is. Beautiful. Remember that name.
No. Connor has no limit. No. Connor has no limit.
Connor McDavid. Remember that name.
No limits when it comes to this guy. He's simply too fast. Think he can just fly. No limits, so why do you try? He'll score on his own, or he'll give it to dry.
Connor McDavid.
Fans in heaven, cause of 9 to 7. The nation in love from Gibbons to Devon. Looking to pass, deep men on the ass. Second contract, a lot of cash. Tick, tack, take your time. With David on your team and you'll be fine. Just open your eyes and you will see it. Oil it for real, cause he has no limit.
No. Connor has no limit. No. Connor has no limit.
Remember that name.
Try. Try. Leon scored a goal tonight. Watching him play is quite a sight. You know this song is tight. Oilers fans, come on. You loved him endlessly since he was drafted number 3. He's a center with a size that was born in Cologne. Try to stop him, you can't do much more. That ain't no lie. You just wanna see him shoot and score. It was try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him, and that ain't no lie. Cause it's try. Don't even try to play him rough. Leon is a German, so you know he's tough. His hands are crazy and Aikens loves his eyes. Yeah, it's try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him, and that ain't no lie. Cause it's try. Don't even try to play him rough. Leon is a German, so you know he's tough. His hands are crazy and Aikens loves his eyes. Yeah, it's try.
6:14, time for a sports update. Great Friday morning to you. This is, we are pissing oil today.
Yeah, we are.
Hey,
we are not leaking oil.
We are hot. I know yesterday I said I'd take my it's a little chilly. I'm not going to take and I'm wearing my nice Wayne sports card shirt.
You were there yesterday.
Well, more on that later, but there will be no, it'll be a tarps on program, but how you feeling? We're feeling great today.
Never in doubt. Never in doubt.
Lieutenant Eric, Dave Jameson with you here. People are mad that you're so far away.
So what do you mean so far away? Like, get like here?
I guess.
Where do you want me positioned?
On the X.
Oh, on the X. Yes, gotcha. Okay.
I don't. You can.
Sorry, I was off
you
to
can
the
sit
side.
out of camera. You can sit here. You can.
Hey,
I don't. I'm just relating what.
Sure.
What people
What's
here.
coming in
YouTube
on
Trev
the
here
inbox.
as well, producing the show. It is the Nielson Show, presented by Weiss Johnston. Check them out today. AC, furnace, all of that good electrical stuff to either heat yourself or cool yourself down from last night. Get in touch with them. Weiss-Johnson is the place to be. Presenters of the Nielson Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. And a great morning if you are listening on the iHeart, TuneIn radio apps, The Source, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. or watching over on the YouTube. And once again, we remind you, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It goes a long way. And you will also be up to date on anything and everything happening Edmonton Sports Talk. Shows here and there, pre- and post-game shows, whether it's Oilers season, Elks season, whatever. Subscribe to the channel. Do yourself a favor and smash that thumbs up today. Hit the like. We had a great thumbs up count yesterday. I don't know why, but today is Friday. I would expect the thumbs to and given
how
last
many
night's
subs? What? Give me the total of subs for Jason.
13.8K.
Okay.
So the drive for 13.9, I mean 14 as a whole is kind of there. So subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up. We're already, I think, close to 50 here, if not. So yeah, let's get to 100 by the sports update here. This is what a night it was, and what a show we have for you today. Oilers 3 in a row, right?
Never been done this season.
No,
Correct?
and it was what, the 10th try. It got a little hairy.
A little.
But they don't ask.
Well, no, I think this time we can ask. I mean, yes, grateful for the win, as they should be.
Yeah.
But again, I think questions remain as to, can someone other than the usual suspects score goals?
For those listening and not viewing, I'm shaking my head no to the side. This is just how it is.
Therein lies the problem.
I think Dustin Nielson, the regular host of the show, who is down in Crow's Nest Pass, he took his son Marshall down for a hockey tournament. They had the big drive yesterday. I think Lethbridge overnight. Boys' supper last night. So hopefully that's all going well. But he did tweet out that if the six dogs continue like this, where's the tweet here? And I quote, 8 hours ago, Dustin at Nielson TSN 1260 on Twitter. Yeah. If the Oilers can play the same six guys for all 60 minutes, Dave, they will most certainly win the Stanley Cup. And then he's got a Rory McIlroy gif.
Shorten the bench. just to the absolute essential players. What do you say?
Why not? That's the formula. The
load
future
management.
may be teal, but the present is orange and blue. Right?
Do you want to have some
Shark
thoughts, some opening thoughts on Macklin Celebrini? You saw greatness up close.
We'll
get there later.
What he did last night.
Oh, yeah, let's go there.
What he did last night is nothing short of courageous, and that might be popping up later on in the show as well. 780-218-9999. That's the number to text. It is the Paris Jewelers inbox.
It's the ring box. It's the bling box. It's the Paris Jewelers inbox. And they got lots of fancy, shiny things. Look at this, look at that. Not just for the ladies. They got jewelry for men, too. The ring box, the bling box. It's the Paris Jewelers inbox.
That's right, ParisJewelers.com. Valentine's Day is coming up here. Basically, I mean, tomorrow's the last day. You got a couple weeks here. So check out Paris Jewelers today, ParisJewelers.com, or any of the shops in and around the Edmonton area, West Ed, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, and St. Albert's Centre. 780-218-9999. Best text of the day. As always, the Royal Pizza text of the day, $20 to Royal Pizza, is on the line. It is Friday. Why don't you treat yourself with a little Royal Pie today, or the wings, or the pasta. RoyalPizza.ca, 14 locations in and around the Edmonton area. Top-notch service for over 55 years.
Start for recommendation, Mediterranean chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
I have never heard that before.
This just in.
Whenever you mention that name, that's the line that comes immediately after. But again, don't sleep on the wings. Get the pasta, even the soup. It's great. We will have more on the Oilers Sharks. Obviously, the show cascades coming up after the 6:30 update. The morning after show, Prolux Lighting morning after show. We'll take it deeper. We'll put it up on the hoist, and we'll deconstruct the entire game. But you're always welcome to share your thoughts, 780-218-9999, or in the nasty chat as well. And yes, I know the offense was supplied by the top dogs last night. I did come in here jokingly and say, who got the goal? Which goal songs are we playing? And sorry, there was no Bouchard goal song. I couldn't locate it here. But Bouch did score. But it's, Hyman, Bouch, McDavid, Draisaitl. Now, it did take a village last night, and there was some good play from the others, the depth.
The supporting cast.
Yes, but not registering on the
scoreboard.
The comeback there. So, but we'll again, morning after show coming up at 6:30. Got about 10 minutes to kind of go over the rest. With that win, though, the Oilers now, and combined with the Vegas loss, first place in your NHL Pacific Division, albeit Golden Knights, 64. Points percentage, 604. Points percentage for the Oilers, 582. But both on 64 points, Vegas holding 2 games in hand. So slice that however you want. But 3 wins in a row, I think, is the big thing you're pulling out of that one. Last night, they finally get that over the hump. No need to talk about it anymore.
Minnesota here on Sunday.
Saturday tomorrow night.
Yes.
Tomorrow night. And we will have you covered with that live from the Shamrock Curling Club, the site of the EST Fun Spiel. The next and we thought too, like, you get over this 3 wins. We've seen this team before when they kind of get over some sort of a hump, psychologically, whatever it is, could go on a. It's
Buffalo
3 now.
Sabres-esque.
Sure, yeah. It cannot be stopped. So can they win the next 10? Probably, or at least leading up to the Olympic break here. So more on the Oilers and Sharks, obviously, as we make our way through. Special good morning as well if you are listening on the FM dial, 95.7 Cruise FM.
Variety that rocks.
Variety that rocks. Pauline Higgins will be doing the traffic as well this morning. So lots of ways to digest the content this morning, and we appreciate you along for the ride. Dave Jameson, Lieutenant Eric, and YouTube Trev. Again, just taking some time to go over some other things that happened last night. It was a busy night in the NHL. I mentioned the Golden Knights losing in a shootout to the Stars. They were down big in that game, 3-0, 3-1 at one point, but Golden Knights falling in a shootout, just going around. Leafs lose again. We'll have more on that coming up. Ducks shut out in Vancouver. You're laying claim the Canucks are maybe back, hey? Is that...
It's a slow build, but I can feel it.
Minnesota Wild victorious last night in Calgary, or at home to Calgary, 4-1 over the Flames. There was a heroic moment in that Capitals shootout win over the Detroit Red Wings.
It will go down in hockey lore as the night Logan Thompson reached deep down within himself.
And then carried off
like the Lion King. Well, not really, but you know what I'm saying. Helped off.
The Stolen Valor game, in which the Avalanche got pumped in Montreal, or the Nordiques, mind you, 7-3 by the Habs.
But a visual delight. The game visually was a delight.
yes, great on the eyeballs. I think you can have it both ways. I don't mind seeing it, and I don't mind if the Nordiques are playing in Carolina, whatever. But when you're back in the province that's a little close to home. And the Kings falling in Buffalo too, as you mentioned, the Red Hot Sabres, Alex Tuch, they're not even interested in making the playoffs. He wants to win the cup.
Oh, we've leapfrogged to the cup now.
Yeah. That's where Buffalo,
Okay.
They got a new head coach for the football team. Hockey team's going great. It's a good day. It's a good day to be waking up in Buffalo today. So just to set up the show, though, an hour one of the Nielson Show here is brought to you by Ewell. Your power play specialists. Ewell has the gear you need for your next electrical project. 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime. Ewell.ca, EWEL. Your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Let's just set up the show quickly and then take a little spin around the sporting world before we get to the update and the morning after show here. I did mention I'm wearing my Wayne shirt. Crackpack popped into Wayne's yesterday. We are 2014 CFL hobby pack cards.
Hello.
I also found some 1991 Jogo CFL cards. So we'll be cracking those. And I also popped in and got a little birthday present. Well, don't open it.
Oh, no.
Okay, you just wanted
to.
It's someone's got a birthday today. Trev, I think we were alerted yesterday by a birdie that a little an important individual here at the station.
Very important. VIP.
Yeah, can you guess who?
Any nasties? Yeah.
Can you guess who?
In the inbox.
In the inbox.
Which EST employee
has a birthday today?
An OG,
fan favorite.
And he's here. He will be in the building today.
Most loved.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're ruling out Dustin Nielsen.
Well, I wouldn't
for that.
say loved. I would say, in some cases tolerated.
Yep. I will be co-hosting the lock shop with him later today, 11 o'clock to noon.
Because Huss is where? Costa Rica?
Costa Rica, yeah.
Now, what is he doing there? Is this pleasure or is it for...
It's a company trip with a sponsor they have, but with all the weather, and he just got down there like yesterday. He was supposed to be there Monday.
Oh.
He's traveled like 6,000 kilometers. It was the milk run of all milk runs, he
Rick
said.
Steves.
Yeah, him and Jeff Hamilton. They were on
right. The hammer.
So we're going to be celebrating a birthday as well, but the Crackpack coming up 6:45. Hour one should be good. If you have any conch requests as well, I mean, it is Friday. We'll try to squeeze a few of those in. Nolan from St. Albert says, Benny, great guess. I do believe his birthday, though, is tomorrow. Yeah. So that's kind of funny. So we're kind of 2 birthdays here in 2 days, which is, we got a correct guess in here, so we'll just leave it at that. But we'll go on. He's a humble man.
Integral part of what happens here on a daily basis.
How old would you take a stab? He never tells his age.
37.
Yeah, it's probably a good.
Am I in the area?
I'll go 35.
Closest to the pin here? Okay.
I think it's 34, 35.
Oh, is it? Okay.
All right.
Those two.
Well, continue your guesses. Again, big birthday here at the station Friday. It's going to be great. No beer of the week, though, today. So we'll be doing something else at that 8:30 mark. But we'll probably, given last night's events, hey, Trev, I think we'll get a little thirsty probably.
I think we could probably raise a glass.
Thirsty.
I think we would.
Cheers to 3 games.
To Zach.
We'll split a beer.
Zach. Yeah, we'll split a beer.
Yeah. Zach was at the game last night.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. As a
fan or
as a fan? Yeah, he was his dad.
Yeah,
he was there.
His dad got an Uber ride from the Reed Wilkins.
Wait a minute, what?
I'm very curious.
Reed drove Zach down to the game.
Is Zach sitting in the front or is he sitting in the back?
Had to have been the back.
Yeah, I think it was in the back.
And in the middle. So when Reed looks in his rearview mirror, it's
you can just see him.
And he's just...
Can you move a bit?
Is Reed one of those guys that puts the Kleenex box in the back? By the back, like in the middle of the back?
I'm still... I don't mind an odd Kleenex box in the back still. I'm down with that.
I don't know why you put the Kleenex box
you can't
at the
reach
furthest.
It.
No.
I gotta...
Really got to get this here. Hang on.
So hour 2, though, more business. Chris Johnston, TSN and The Athletic will join us 7:05. Obviously, the Sharks and Oilers. I don't mind that Sharks team. I tell you that, though.
Oh, yeah.
They're a sexy bunch. I tell you that. Play Alberta Early Bird special as well. We'll touch on that as the Super Bowl draws ever nearer. Now a week away, I guess. Well, this weekend a week away. That's good for the Italian Center Shop. And Mike Garafolo, our NFL analyst, who regularly joins us on Fridays around 7:40, 7:45. We did get a programming note from him, though. He'll be in transit, I guess, to quote Ryan Rishaug. So we'll see. He
Play it by ear, he says.
and he's usually he will make
It's a
things
line
happen.
of scrimmage decision. It's a line of
If
scrimmage
he's boarding
decision.
a plane, he'll tell them to stop. He'll
Yeah.
do the hit, and then he'll
Tell the tower.
Yeah, I
we
have
got
full
to pause
faith.
here.
I have full faith.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Garafolo joins. If not, we will go.
And we also have a new elk. Yeah.
Hour 3, kind of easy trivia. We go for 20-0. Mm-hmm. Yeah, today. Congratulations to Big Michael yesterday on bringing that puppy home. 20-0 we're going for today for Mr. Mike's. 3 questions too many for Park Mazda. 8:30, usually Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. We're sliding in the one, the only, and he did make his EST debut yesterday on EST Afternoons with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage. Austin Mack. It's not Return of the Mack.
No.
But it's, I guess, a return of...
Welcome the Mack.
Welcome the Mack. You could put a spin on that song.
Sure.
But a Return of the Mack for Cody Fajardo. And we talked
reunited
yesterday.
feels so good.
Yes, I wasn't sure if that timeline could. It did. They have a partnership. Big reason why he landed here. Ed Hervey, I think, was also a big factor in that.
So I totally whiffed.
No, I
whiffed.
whiffed.
Well, no, I said, we both agreed Mack would be the most desirable free agent. I didn't think Hervey would go that way, but clearly.
I like it, man.
Sure.
It's a good name. They
got better.
People can obviously say, well, injuries happen to a lot of football players. It's not like he's, but this is, and again, the chemistry that he's had with Fajardo in the past, you got to like it. And from what was out there in the weeds for this free agent receiver bunch, I like it. So we'll have Austin Mack at around 8:30. Give him a quick slap and a tickle. Ask him about, the process of becoming an Elk here and what he's looking forward to. So that spruces things up. I think if you're an Elk fan, that's a good B12 shot on this Friday.
Yeah, and it's a signal. I mean, not that you would ever think Ed Hervey is not trying to improve the team, but they've certainly addressed a need.
Yeah. And then a Marmet Basin snow report. Jasper in January still cooking up there, and the wrap for William Huff. So pretty tidy Friday show, I do believe, and so we'll get to all that good stuff. But again, Oilers Sharks will take precedence 3 in a row. It's here. If it's actually Lieutenant Eric's birthday, all this third-person dialogue becomes hilarious. That comes in from the questionable scholar. It is not.
Oh, I like that moniker.
I do too.
That's good.
It's Reed Wilkins' burner phone. It is not mine. Maybe we'll say this: it's not my birthday. If it was somebody if it was Trev's birthday, we would have sang
or
happy
mine
or yours. Yeah. No, present company excluded because that would be weird. And yes, if it was mine, it'd be weird. Pete and Devin says, Jay, they say it's your birthday, Milne. Good guess. Bones says all Toyota Corolla's cars come with a Kleenex box in the back.
You know what? That's that is very on the mark. That's someone who's paying attention as they make their way through the world.
We also have confirmation here from a credible source, 35 years old today.
Okay.
Young.
Okay.
So you were...
I was high.
You get the guess, yeah. Let's get to a sports update here, and we'll be back with your Prolux Lighting Morning After Show. Oilers Sharks last night. What are your thoughts? We'd love to hear them. 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat as well. 123 Arthur in the nasty chat. Celebrini, more like Cell, S-E-L-L, Abrini.
Oh!
No.
Whoa.
No. More on that to come.
Yeah.
Coster 20 says, Jamo turning 35. Hey, that's a good sports update here with YouTube, Trev. It's brought to you by Paramount Flooring. This January, Paramount Flooring wants to give you more with free premium underlay included with any in-stock carpet purchase. Are you ready to treat your feet?
Yes, I am, actually.
Well, you can visit them in store or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, quick break, traffic update with Pauline Higgins. We will be back. Prolux Lighting Morning After Show. Oilers taking care of the Sharks in overtime. 3 in a row. Trev's with the update.
That secured the Oilers' first 3-game win streak of the season in overtime last night. 4-3 is the score. The Oilers now sit 4-2 on this 8-game homestand. and take to the ice again tomorrow when they welcome in the Minnesota Wild. Puck drop at 8 o'clock. 14 other games around the NHL last night, including the Wild taking care of business in Calgary. 4-1 is the score. The Kraken win their third straight against the Maple Leafs 5-2. Toronto now sits 10 points out of a playoff spot and is last in the Atlantic. Darren Radish got 3 points in the Lightning's 4-1 win over the Jets. Nikita Kucherov would leave that one and did not return. The Canucks shut out the Ducks 2-0, and the Canadians were all over the Avalanche. 7-3 is the score, handing the Avs only their 8th regulation loss of the season. Tonight in the NHL, just one game that sees Columbus take on the Blackhawks at 6:30. Over to the WHL, where the Oil Kings' 4-game road trip continues tonight in Moose Jaw to face the Warriors. Puck drop is set for 7. And 8 games in the association last night, 9 games on tap tonight. The 29 and 20 Toronto Raptors head to Orlando to face the Magic. Tip-off for this one is at 5:30. Over at the Australian Open, where Alcaraz advanced to the final after defeating Zverev in a thrilling 5-set match. Right now, Jannik Sinner is currently up 3-2 against Djokovic. The winner of this will face at Alcaraz in the final. And yesterday at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, both Alberta teams were in action, but only Sturmey advances to the playoffs, which gets going early afternoon today with Peterson's rink facing Team Canada and Black's rink taking on Team Manitoba. And after day one at the Farmers Insurance Open, Justin Rose is alone at the top, shooting 10 under through 18. Action continues later today. The Sports Update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. This January, Paramount Flooring wants to give you more with free premium underlay included with any in-stock carpet purchase. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit us in-store or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. I'm YouTube Trev. You're up to date.
This morning, Dave Jamieson in for Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric here as well, YouTube Trev. This is the Nielson Show Friday installment, brought to you by Weiss Johnston. Check them out today. All your heating, AC, and furnace needs, weiss-johnson.com. EST presented by Play Alberta. More on that coming up midway through the show with your Play Alberta Early Bird of the day. And we're coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio, fresh and hot. If you're looking for some chicken to get you started today, 3-piece bone-in, spicy or non, $8. PopeyesChicken.ca for more info. Dave, their chicken marinated for 12 hours.
No.
Hand battered.
Really?
Portions that actually fill you up.
Okay.
Great value. Check out Popeyes today.
Sounds good.
Let's get to your Prolux Lighting morning after show right now. Oilers, of course, victorious in overtime. Make it 3 in a row.
Who can stop the Oilers? Only themselves.
I do wonder. And I know the Wild are a stiff test. I mean, the Oilers are a stiff test as well for the Wild, goes without saying. But this homestand here, prior to the Olympic break, Freeze coming in next Wednesday, February 4th. That is the roster freeze. That'll be the final game for the Oilers prior to the break. They get the Wild at home tomorrow, 8 o'clock. We'll get you covered for that live from the Shamrock Curling Club. Then the Leafs are in town Tuesday.
Oh!
Which that traveling sideshow will make a stop in Edmonton.
All dressed up.
Yeah, the circus is coming to town.
Yeah.
The circus is coming to town. And then the Oilers will finish off the schedule prior to the Olympic break the next night, Wednesday, down in Calgary against the Flames. Coincidentally, that is our pre-Mexico trip mixer at Boston Pizza Westgate. We'll have Chelsea LaBelle, Expedia Cruises down there, myself and Dustin, and everybody else going on the meet and greet type of thing. Well, you know, you
nice.
Yeah. I like.
Do you get your luggage tags and some of that stuff too?
I'm going to bring my luggage there.
Oh, I just leave it with Chelsea?
Yeah. Say here, I'm checking in. I actually, and I know we're wasting time here, but I threw it to Dustin. Do you think I could raw dog the trip?
Okay, now that's enough.
No luggage at all.
Oh, just
like no
go
carry.
on with a handheld.
Just show up in a sweatsuit and then have my beachwear underneath. And then when I get there, I just peel off. When it's time to come home, I peel on. Yeah. Have my passport, obviously, in my phone.
Of course.
In my hand.
And just hold it.
I think I could do it. Yes. I'm very tempted.
I like your chances.
I'd like to try. Oilers 4-3 over the Sharks in overtime. Once again, we will get to your fourth star, 38th star super stat of the night. But first, fellas, I don't know. Maybe it goes without asking.
Let's start with the guy who's most excited for an OT win.
Well, no, he's pumped up.
Yeah.
YouTube, Trev, your big moment of the night last night. What do you got? It might be an easy answer, but...
Big moment. It might be an easy answer.
I don't know.
Interesting.
It might. Well,
my big moment, it was actually a little small thing that happened.
Yes.
Which led to a big moment.
Okay, this is what we like.
So it's a little different. Mine's a little, but I'm going to go with, man, we talked about it last game, just the heroics of Evan Bouchard, what he was able to do, keeping the puck in tonight. Last night, we saw Matthias Ekholm, in the dying minutes, the dying seconds of last night's game. San Jose, they tried to clear the puck.
Yes.
And they couldn't. You know why?
No.
Matthias Ekholm was there. That is my big moment. If that puck goes out,
the Swedish Wall.
It's a completely different result of this game. Mm-hmm. So even though it's something small, it led to a huge moment. And that's kind of,
the purpose
the game within
the purpose of this exercise.
Yes.
You can go to the McDavid, you can go to the Bouchard tying it, but yeah, something that leads to that moment.
That's
very
my big
astute.
moment.
Yeah. Sharks, much like that game against the Penguins, flying out of the bricks, 26 seconds in, Colin Graff. Mm-hmm. Then Adam Gaudette, 2-0, $1:35 into the game. Michael Misa, his second of the season, rounds out the first period, scoring midway through the frame. 3 Cobb for the Sharks. Nothing in the second.
Was it the second goal that went in inadvertently off Bouchard, or was it the third?
I think it was the second there.
Second.
Yeah.
Okay. It's unfortunate.
At that point, though, 3-0.
Mm-hmm. You think they're cooked? But no.
Well, San Jose kind of got into much of a game management type of mode as the game went on. The third period, the Oilers were
a young team, Eric, learning how to win.
Well, that's what I said. The future may be teal, but the present is orange and blue. This is you had last night a team that has not been there or done any of that, in a team that literally has gotten as far as you can go without accomplishing the final brick.
Correct.
10 shots to 3 for the Oilers in the third. They were humming, and you did get a sense, and I know they mentioned it on the broadcast. You can't say this about most teams, but you need that fourth goal. You really needed to stretch it to 4-0. If they would have gotten a fourth goal, perhaps. But again, with the Oilers, never guaranteed.
Not
with
guaranteed.
Them. And I know last night following the game, I mean, kind of just grazing online in the X posts. This is probably the most hilarious team of all time in the NHL. Of how they can toy with you and really toy with the opposition. And you think to yourself, was this the plan all along? Was it just to add a little spice?
Like rope-a-dope.
Well,
they're
it's
just kind of there, bobbing
South
and
Asian
weaving.
night. Zach's in attendance with his dad.
Pistons
are pumping. Maybe they want to, pour it on.
They poured it on.
They could have beaten the Sharks easily, but they figured, hey, let's play with our food and let's make a game of it. So third period, Leon Draisaitl 134 in, a little fortuitous, a little luck, but you take them. And once that happened, I'm watching, we're watching. Right?
Yeah.
You knew.
Oh, yeah. Especially that early on in the period. That was huge for the team.
You're leading. Think of it. You're a team leading 3-0, and its next goal wins.
Yeah. That's something.
That has to be deflating on a level. But again, this is a team like the Sharks will. That won't happen a lot to them next year. And the year
you would
after.
hope in terms of a building. Yeah, these are learning lessons for them. But yeah, Draisaitl 134 in. You know it's on. The buzz is going. Now, albeit the second and tying goal came with a 6-on-5 advantage. McDavid's 34th, 16:55, narrowing it to 1. And then Bouchard with 59 seconds left, tying it up. Place explodes. You feel like it's a playoff atmosphere, really.
Yeah, the crowd was awesome last night.
And then, credit to the Sharks. They are fun to watch.
And the Oilers are now the most valuable team, right? The NHL. You saw the valuation.
That's crazy to me.
They make a lot of money off us.
Sure they do. That's what the crowd was excited
what
about.
It is. Yeah, I mean, they make a lot of money.
Valuation.
They make a lot of money. Raise those prices. Let's get that higher.
Raise that banner.
Raise that banner. And then Zach Hyman's 22nd of the year. He cannot be stopped.
No.
Scoring a goal, not in the paint, however.
Just outside.
Just outside.
Just outside.
Just outside.
Shaq Hyman not getting it done in the paint, but getting it done from the corner.
Olympian. Zach Hyman.
Does he just show up to camp?
Oh, you just book your own flight
No,
to Milano
and say,
Cortina.
Braden Point checking in. And they say, well, you're not. Yes, I am.
I don't see you on the list.
No, I'm Braden Point.
Oh,
and then
he
you
goes
just
under in a suit like, really?
Yeah. And maybe he pays Point off to stay or whatever.
He should be on this team. You know that, eh?
Absolutely.
Scenarios to get Zach Hyman to the Olympics: 780-218-9999. Not serious scenarios.
Please,
you know what we're looking for here. Get creative here. How does Zach Hyman fiddle his way into this Olympic team? 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat. 3 stars from last night. Look.
Are we? Okay.
Draisaitl, Bouchard, Hyman. I'll go with McDavid. Now I know Big Hugh and a few others. Trev, your thoughts on the rest last night? I know they didn't get on the score sheet. The rest.
The rest of the team.
The rest of the team. I did think Janmark had a few good looks. Lazar is doing what Lazar does, albeit, with not a lot of time.
But he's making, you know what, and I know I'm not saying anything that we haven't discussed before, and I'm sure listeners could see this for themselves. Lazar is making some meaningful contributions.
Yes.
Like in shot blocks and a bunch of other
That's
small
what I'm saying.
things.
It doesn't register on the point tally, and you let the dogs take care of that. But was this just as simple as they went nuclear? It was one of those nights.
It's tough because as much as I love what I saw in the third period, I'm just like, man, why can't they do this earlier? Look at what they're bringing to the table. Every single shift, especially with the top line out there. But then you look at it and it's just like, it really is just these top guys.
But that's
right
what
now.
the Oilers are capable of.
Yeah.
They're like the fire extinguisher, break glass in case of emergency.
Yeah.
And so they get to the point and they just go, okay, we know what to do.
Yeah.
Just go and do it.
Yeah. Is it sustainable?
No, against better teams, I would suggest no.
Well, and what we've seen over the past couple
stakes,
years, you get to a point where it immediately.
Why are we not giving out some kind of humanitarian award or citation for Celebrini? I see where you're headed.
I'm going to go there right now.
Okay.
Just prior to that, though, super stat of the night, I'll go with 3 straight wins. It's not something that shows up on the game log.
No, but
I mean, we can now put that to rest. R.I.P.
Thank God.
Trying to get 3 in a row.
Well, yeah.
What a burden! What a burden to carry for a great team with McDavid and Draisaitl.
Did they make it 6 in a row prior to the Olympic break?
It's going to be one of those things. Yeah,
Wild's a stiff test,
right?
but the Leafs and then the Flames.
Yeah.
And then we'll bitch about the Olympic break. We'll say, God, imagine
of
they
course.
could, they could go right. They could run the table.
And you know how they start up again.
That's what scares me.
Yeah.
We're going to get to your Prolix Lighting Bright Light of the Night right now, Dave. And as you mentioned, we do have a bit of an award.
Yes, we do.
In a sense to get to. And I know this didn't translate to the people in-house last night, but it did when you were watching on your televisions. But your Prolix Lighting Bright Light of the Night.
It's the bright light of the night. Unique products lighting in the light. The bright light. The bright light of the night.
It's a hard out.
It
It was sent to, there's no
is.
fade, and I
No.
refuse to put a fade on it.
No.
Bright light of the night, Prolix Lighting. I think it'll be the first time, and it'll probably be the last that we give it to an opposition player.
But
Dave
for
Jamieson.
good reason.
Hey, take it away.
If you missed it on the broadcast, so Macklin Celebrini was high-sticked, I throw up quotes, by Matthias
Ekholm, yeah. Who to which got a referee's hand went up.
Angry.
Yeah.
Ekholm, very angry. But, and you had to, I don't know what it was like in rink, if you could figure out what was happening, but Celebrini quickly went to the referees and attempted to get them to change their call.
He waved. He waved. He said,
no. I did not get high stick. I don't remember ever seeing that. But the commentary on the telecast was this is a young guy who's got exceptional character and he wants
does
to
not
play
want
it the
to
right
create
way.
a.
He doesn't want to play or win or get an advantage in a cheap way. He's an honest hockey player, and you can believe any of that if you want. But I don't know if I've ever seen a hockey player self-report and say, "No, wait a minute." Like he didn't.
I was struggling to think in sport. In general,
not that I can.
Like if you're in baseball and you steal a base, no, I didn't touch the bag. Like I didn't.
Right.
Golf is that game, and I think Jack and Louis mentioned that. Like there is or even they brought up Australian Open as well. I think Louis brought up an example. One of the players went to the official the other, but
sure.
But regardless, you don't like if a receiver.
But those are individual sports.
Yes.
Where the onus is to self-police, even though in this day and age...
sport where you're trying to get an advantage for your team, for you to say, no.
Hey, wait a minute.
I mean, can you imagine a receiver in the Super Bowl and there's a PI and he goes, no, he actually didn't touch me.
Put that flag back in the pocket.
But so the refs huddle, there's a commercial break.
Yes.
They still come back and say, no, we can't. We made the call.
We're standing by it.
With it.
Ekholm's over there in rage.
You don't want to get him mad. That's a guy I don't want mad at me. But Celebrini then getting the boo birds for the remainder every time he was on the puck, which, again, people in-house probably didn't see it.
I'm
because
guessing they had no clue.
No. But you know what? Like, that was a cool moment. Yeah.
Honorable
What do you think,
Yeah.
Trevor?
No, you love to see it.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was awesome. Something you don't see at all. It's a rare... It's rare in the NHL, right? Especially at that age, right? Like I don't know. That's what impressed me coming in here. I thought it was all props to him for doing it. I just it blows my mind that the refs are just like, no, it's too late.
Yeah,
though.
the fact that they
it's
stuck
what do you
to
mean
it.
it's
Everybody
too late?
wanted
he's like, no, but I didn't do it, or it didn't happen to me. It's
Letter
all
of
good.
the law.
I'm telling you, everything is okay. Well, no. Like, what do you mean? Well, no. Like, I'm sure. I don't know. Any refs out there listening I'm sure you could get that one out of there.
Surveyor Brett, where are you? Have you dealt with this? Casino dealer Jay in the Nasty Chat says, I remember Ovi doing that.
Oh, yeah?
Jog our memory. When, where, what was the scenario? And then we also have somebody, Arthur, 123 Arthur. Didn't McCarr do that a couple years ago? Was that a...
Well, it's interesting because it must be McCarr because I've only ever seen it once, and the name... the incident, it escapes me right now, but it happened.
Not the famous offside that
McCarr
was involved in.
Well, Lacombe Drew says Cal McCarr, I seem to remember, actually got a call reversed a few years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. It must have been McCarr, but I forget. I'll have to look up what it was exactly.
Maybe the refs, and I've never been a referee, ill-equipped to do so, but I wonder if they feel they got shown up. And so they're like, no. We're standing by our call. Thank you, kid.
You don't
appreciate
want that.
it. Go sit down.
Yeah, I actually do recall it. I'm pretty sure Cale McCarr. He was skating. Player's stick was kind of near his skates. He kind of caught an edge and he fell.
Oh, okay.
And then he went up. He's like, no, that he didn't touch me. Like everything is all good. I fell. It had nothing to do with his stick.
Well, Cale McCarr might have more clout at that point in his career. I mean, he is, maybe the best defenseman in hockey.
So it has happened before, albeit doesn't happen regularly. And for a young guy,
it's refreshing to see it.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yeah. So that's your Prolix Lighting Bright Light of the Night. A visiting player in Macklin Celebrini getting it. Probably the only one of the season, but I mean, he was worth the price. He's fun to watch. He'll be. They got a good thing cooking there with him, and it's a fun team to watch in the Sharks.
He's reportedly going to be on Crosby's line. I know it's early, and we have yet to get to Milano Cortina.
CJ's already been there.
Yes, he has.
This is a great text. We're looking at fun ways that Zach Hyman makes his way to the Olympics and plays on the Olympic team. Blair in Calgary, he might be your clubhouse leader. Hyman shows up and says "Buongiorno," and they let him in.
That's funny. I was thinking that.
Chris Johnston had a story when he was there. He said somebody just wandered up to the workers, and they had like a vest on and a cup of coffee, and they said "Buongiorno," and they just let him in. That's how you could. That's the tight.
They were on a smoke break with a coffee, good coffee,
great coffee,
his hockey bag and stick in hand. Buongiorno.
But yeah. Let's get cracking some packs. That was your Prolux Lighting morning after show. We'll have more on that coming up. Chris Johnson, CJ joins us just after 7 o'clock and throughout the morning as well. But your thoughts always welcome. 780-218-9999 Paris Jewelers inbox or in the nasty chat. Crackpack for Wayne Sports Cards. They got cards. They got Funko Pops, Lego, comic books, and of course Magic Cards, Wayne Sports Cards. Right next to the Italian Center shop, West Edmonton here. Check them out today. It's a great shop. They're doing great work. I requested some CFL. I said as old as you can get. 2014, we're going here. Just in celebration of free agency.
Who you got the wrap? Oh, it's Ricky.
Ricky Ray. Yep.
Richard Ray.
Richard Ray. So we'll crack these open.
Camp, California.
Yeah. And I also got a pack for the birthday boy here. I'll be joining him on the Lock Shop today, 11 to noon. We'll be cracking some packs. Okay. Ooh, Terrell Mays. I remember that name. When the Riders had those white Stormtrooper helmets.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. I am looking at... Come on now. Why am I not seeing this name? Oh, Matt Black. Matt Black,
okay,
Toronto Argo.
Yep. Bo Levi Mitchell, Zach Collaros is a tie cat, and Drew Tate.
Chris Getzlaff.
Okay, yeah.
One time, yes.
One time
elk.
One time elk. Andre Dury.
John Cornish, Order of Canada, I believe. Did he not?
Yeah, he mooned the East Side stands at Taylor Field.
Canada? Yes, that's right. John
and a
Cornish.
banker.
Yeah, and a banker, yes.
Yep.
That's right. Glenn January, good offensive lineman.
Name. Yeah.
Right? Winnipeg Blue Bombers. A lot of the Riders in white helmets here. Brandon Labatt.
I'll take
Got
that. I'll take that.
And Manny Arsenault.
Hey, and that's
there you go.
That's an O-Peachy there. That's a cool card. Trev, what do you got?
Okay. Got double E Joe Burnett.
Okay.
Got
mean Joe Burnett.
Samuel Jaguar.
Okay.
Courtney Taylor, Sean White, Brandon London, and Xander Robinson.
Sean White, save that one for Dusty. He'll love that.
Yeah. Sean White or John White?
John White?
Sean.
Sean.
Shh.
Sean John.
Yeah.
Sean.
Oh, yeah. He's
Sean John.
there.
Surf Shop, isn't that it?
Yes.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay, let's get into these Jogo 1991s real quickly. There's a box sitting over there. I don't know whose they are.
Why is there a wild-eyed meth mouse on the front?
I don't know, but they got the old CFL shield there.
Yes.
You got to go back to that.
Yes.
The helmet and the...
Yes. Thank you, Tom Wright.
Now, I'm excited, Dave, for you to read these names off here.
Oh, baby.
Jeff Fairholm. Look at this in a full stretch.
The big man, Chris Walby.
I love it. Walby's Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah. Jim Mills, Troy Johnson, Daryl Smith,
Chris Mumford, and those beautiful Argo uniforms.
Eric Streeter, if you will.
I remember Eric Streeter.
Tony Champion,
Bob Molly,
Ron Hopkins, Tracy Ham, Eskimos.
Hambo.
Here you go.
There you go. Andrew Murray. Don't know him, but clearly a proud Argo.
Yeah, a boatman for life.
Yep.
Rocky DiPietro.
Chris Skinner, big fullback, BC Lions. Look at that with those silver
helmets.
helmets.
That's a big wingspan, hey?
Whoa,
He's getting a lot of 50-50s at the
Dan Bass lives locally here.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful linebacker, Edmonton Eskimos. Paul Osbaldiston,
Aussie
kicker with the Hamilton Ticats. Last time I saw him in the flesh, we were at Ivor Stadium. He would not been a good game for Aussie. He was leaving the stadium with a beer in hand and a cigarette. Bag over his shoulder.
Shoulder.
Strolling out to the car.
Yeah. Cleats still on.
Yeah, just, rolling slow. Another disappointing loss at Ivor Wynn. Brad Tierney, don't know. Oh, boy. Ronald Neal? Have I got that right? Check. I've only got one eye now. And Patrick Wayne. I think
Veal.
Canadian. Is it Veal?
Veal?
Quarterback? Look at that. Ottawa Rough Riders.
Patrick Wayne,
Yeah, Patrick Wayne.
Trev, what do we got here?
Matt Dunnigan.
Ah,
not bad, eh?
Patrick Wayne. His brother
Looks good
Clinton
there.
Wayne played for us.
Still looks good, I guess.
Who? Dunnigan?
Dunnigan.
Dunnigan.
Yeah. Matt Clark, Ian
looking man.
Sinclair, Roger Aldag.
Roger Aldag. Oh,
Aldag.
God, that's Wall of Honor stuff, right? Or,
Yeah.
Wall of Plaza of Honor.
The Plaza.
Plaza.
Damon Allen.
Yes.
Tim Lorenz.
Well, maybe let's go with Lorenz.
Jeez. Yeah, this is tough to read that. Yeah, that's it.
The handwriting is tough on the
Well,
card.
the script is.
I don't know.
It looks
These
like
are
a wedding
antiques.
invitation.
These are antiques.
You know, we request your presence.
I already have a hard time reading.
Bone says, "Hey, Mean Paul, can I have your jersey?" As the Joe Green.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, yes.
he could have done a commercial, a CFL style, but Aussie's the.
Correct.
Yeah. Vance Van Vandervan, Paris Drew Luzenbucks. That was the Crackpack for Wayne's. Check them out today. West End, next to the Italian Center shop. Wayne, Nikki, and the staff there will treat you right. Cards, comics, Legos, anything. Pop on in. Getting Hyman on the Olympic team. A little Nancy Kerrigan action on Sorelli. I think that Kerrigan thing will pop up a lot in this scenario.
Oh, sure.
Getting the old wrench out, or the crowbar.
Did you
or
ever
whatever.
watch the doc on that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's well worth
Is
the
it?
time. Yeah. Good, very good stuff.
Hyman leaves for Italy now, gets in the rink and lives inside the tiny Jumbotron like Roofman until game time, then repels Sting-esque straight to center ice, uses the ice in the middle of the night for practice.
Just thought of it. Timely and topical, like that group of artists, guerrilla artists in Rhode Island, in that mall. They live inside the...
I was telling Dusty about this. Yeah, they made a condo or something. But he could be like a Phantom of the Opera type of thing, and he'd wear like a half mask. And
you look a lot like...
No, I'm
not.
No.
I'm not who you think I
I'm not
am.
who you think
Yeah.
Yeah, keep getting your texts in. How do we get Zach Hyman to the Olympics? Wrong answers only.
And he should be there.
Well, sure, yeah. But
based on production. And
but they've already made the... they've already.
Yes.
You can't...
And like the referees,
You
once
cannot
they've
go
made
back.
A decision.
The decision, it's ironclad.
Right.
That was hour one of the Nielsen Show. We're having a good time today. It was brought to you by Ewell, your power play specialists. Ewell has the gear you need for your next electrical project. 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime, ewell.ca. That's EWEL, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. On the way next, Chris Johnston, TSN and The Athletic. He'll be by. We'll talk Oilers Sharks. We'll talk what he's feeling and seeing when it comes to the Olympic roster freeze, whether we'll get any trade action from now until that February 4th hard date. The circus, as I mentioned, coming to town next week. His thoughts on Leafland. Where's that panic meter on Craig Berube's head?
Yeah,
I think we can have fun with that.
Meter,
I think Puckpedia was using that last night. If they're using it,
does it go to 11?
It goes all around his face. Yeah. So thoughts on them? Obviously, we'll touch on the Leafs. Another loss last night, and more around the NHL with CJ coming up. Play Alberta early bird, that's good. And Mike Garafolo, our NFL analyst, hoping to get him as well later on in hour number 2. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, great morning to you. We'll take a quick break. A traffic update from traffic extraordinaire Pauline Higgins. And we'll be back for hour 2. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen. Hope Marshall and Dusty had a good... Are they... they probably got in one last night, eh? How many chocolate milks did him and Marshall had a chocolate milk chugging...
a boat race.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know. So hopefully they're having a good time. YouTube Trev's got a sports update here. And it's for Chelsea LaBelle and Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Give her a call, 780-970-4834. Hour 2 of the Nielsen Show coming up next, presented by Weiss Johnson here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
It was Zach Hyman that secured the Oilers' first 3-game win streak of the season in overtime last night. 4-3 is the score. The Oilers now sit 4-2 on this 8-game homestand. and take to the ice again tomorrow when they welcome in the Minnesota Wild. Puck drop is set for 8 o'clock. 14 other games around the NHL last night, including the Wild taking care of business in Calgary. 4-1 is the score. The Kraken win their third straight against the Maple Leafs 5-2. Toronto now sits 10 points out of a playoff spot and is last in the Atlantic. Darren Radish got 3 points in the Lightning's 4-1 win over the Jets. Nikita Kucherov would leave that one, however, and did not return. The Canucks shut out the Ducks 2-0, and the Canadians were all over the Avalanche. 7-3 is the score, handing the Avs only their 8th regulation loss of the season. Tonight in the NHL, just one game that sees the Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Blackhawks at 6:30. Over to the WHL, where the Oil Kings' 4-game road trip continues tonight in Moose Jaw to face the Warriors. Puck drop is set for 7. And 8 games in the association last night, 9 games on tap tonight. The 29-20 Toronto Raptors head to Orlando to face the Magic. Tip-off for this one is at 5:30. Over at the Australian Open, where Alcaraz advanced to the final after defeating Zverev in a thrilling 5-set match. Right now, the 5th and deciding set for Djokovic and Sinner is yet to be determined. Winner of this one will face Alcaraz in the final. Yesterday at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, both Alberta teams were in action, but only Sturmay's rink advances to the playoff, which gets going early afternoon today with Peterson's rink facing Team Canada and Black's rink taking on Team Manitoba. And after day 1 at the Farmers Insurance Open, Justin Rose is alone at the top, shooting 10 under through 18. Action continues later today. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834. YouTube Trev, you're up to date.
Well, here I am, and who's to say a better love?
7:06, hour 2 of the Nielson Show begins now. Lieutenant Eric, Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen, and YouTube Trev with you. Hour 2 of the Nielson Show is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense, and we'll have your Play Alberta Early Bird Special coming up just after our next guest, midway through this hour. That's good for the Italian Center and NFL analyst Mike Garafolo, all still to come in hour 2. We're coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. $8, just $8 for a 3-piece bone-in meal right now, spicy or non-spicy, at all participating Popeyes locations in and around the Edmonton area, or you can check them out online, popeyeschicken.ca for more. Still taking your texts, 780-218-9999, Paris Jewelers inbox. Fun ways to get Zach Hyman to the Olympics and on this Team Canada. We got a lot of good ones pouring in. So keep getting those in. It's probably how you'll win the Royal Pizza text of the day. $20 to Royal Pizza on the line. That will most likely be the route.
A write-in ballot.
Just
a write-in ballot.
Yeah, there's no ballot box. Just
just
here it is. Yeah, he writes his name, a circle, and exits through with a pencil. Yeah. I don't mind. That's an honest way. He's an honest player.
Well, it's democratic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
And we do follow a democratic process here.
Sure as hell do.
Yeah.
Let's get to our first guest. I think he's ready. He's in the bullpen there. He's looking. He's not suited up like last week. I hope that motorcycle funeral went well for CJ. Chris Johnston. He is our EST hockey insider and analyst today. Brought to you by GS Construction. For more than 5 decades, GS Construction has been proud to serve our communities and work alongside incredible people, helping Edmonton grow for over 50 years. Visit gsconstruction.ca for more details. And he does join us on our Firehouse Subs hotline. I was at Firehouse yesterday for lunch, got the hook and ladder, large size, obviously. You might as well go big or go home, but you too can get the hook and ladder. And the Oilers have won 2 in a row, so you get medium brisket hat trick for just $8.99 right now at all Firehouse Subs locations, 15 of them across Edmonton and the greater area. Chris, great morning to you, man. It's a great morning here at Edmonton. The Oilers finally, 3 wins in a row. Can you believe it?
It's been a real journey to get to 3 wins in a row. You did mention, I recall in one of our recent hits, so that they haven't lost too many, extended losing streaks. So, they did it the hard way. Going down, it must have been a great third period atmosphere, but maybe not feeling so good before that. And, the Oilers are in a good spot. There's a lot of teams across this fine country of ours that would love to be where they are right now.
Yeah, and I kind of watching last night, I mean, a tale, I guess, of 2 games, Sharks coming out hot. They're a sexy team. I'd like your thoughts on them moving forward. Of course, it was the first meeting between the two this season, like we saw with the Ducks earlier in the week. Both teams kind of on the ascendancy. But, I mean, we can't even really be surprised anymore that the Sharks come in here, they're up 3-0, and you're thinking to yourself, next goal wins.
I don't think so. And look, I think any view of San Jose has to be almost a 10,000-foot view because, when this season started, and even internally, they didn't expect to be a team that is on the cusp of maybe winning a playoff spot. And I think they're still very much in that mix. That speaks a lot to Macklin Celebrini in particular. He's having one of the best 19-year-old seasons that we've seen from an NHL player over a large swath of time. I think he's pulled them a little further sooner than they were supposed to go. And, we'll see what management does with that. I think that they're one of those kind of interesting teams ahead of the deadline. Obviously, they've already made the trade for Kiefer Sherwood, who they intend to extend. So that's not necessarily a short-term looking move. But, they have a bunch of UFAD. They have players to sell. I just don't know if they're going to sell because, they've managed to scrape through the first, 50-plus games of the season in a pretty good spot. And I think that there's probably an argument that even if you get in the playoffs and it's just a first round loss, that would be a massive achievement because, it's been a long way back for that franchise.
Maybe not sellers, but buyers?
It could be. I mean, they're one of the teams being attached to Artemi Panarin. I don't know how real that is from Panarin's end of things, but I mean, the fact that they're, what we can say confidently is that they're making calls and exploring whether that might work. I mean, I think that's notable. Because they were 100. I mean, I think they have 4 UFADs on, pending UFAs on their blue line. They signed Jeff Skinner with a trade protection that actually expires today. Like the idea was obviously to sign him on a 1-year deal, try to trade him. Like they were positioning this season to be big sellers, but I think with the points that they put in the bank, it's probably not going to happen now.
Chris, we're going to see the Leafs up close coming up here in a few days, and that may not be necessarily a good thing given the way they're playing. And I've got to credit Steve Simmons here, I think, with the line, I'm paraphrasing, that the Leafs are like that cut on Craig Berube's head, very ugly and hard to explain. So what has happened there?
Well, nothing good has happened. I mean, it's sort of been a cascading series of events. I mean, we can point to things like, they've won one of their last 8 games. That lines up with William Nylander's latest injury. I mean, injuries have been part of the story. But, I mean, the truth is, for Toronto, even when they've won games earlier in the year, they've had very few stretches where they looked like a top team. And, this has been a year of major disruption around the league, and they're one of the teams that have been on the wrong end of that. I think that there's a lot of explanations for it. Their blue line doesn't stack up. Their goaltending was very good last year, was a strength, I would say, of this team, and it has not been that
this season. And then, they lost Mitch Marner in free agency, and, William Nylander has been incredibly healthy throughout his career. This has been by far his most injured season in terms of games lost. So you add it together, and they haven't been able to overcome that. And frankly, right now they're in free fall. I think that reality is starting to set in. They had a 5-game homestand that ended last week or earlier this week, and they got 1 point out of a possible 10, and all of a sudden they're 10 points out of a playoff spot this morning. So I'd say hope is lost around the team. The players are trying to put, say the right things about, getting back in it and all those things. Management's not waving the white flag, but I can say, for the fans of the team, I think everyone's just, the writing's been on the wall for some time, and now you can't ignore it.
Chris Johnston, TSN of The Athletic, joining us today, your EST hockey insider for GS Construction. Zach Hyman, the big dogs, obviously supplying the offense for the Oilers last night in that comeback overtime win. Hyman scoring again in overtime, not from his usual office, I guess you could say, but I mean, what he's doing right now and answering that Olympic roster announcement. I mean, we're taking funny suggestions on how to get him into the team this morning. I want to read you one because you would get it. Hyman shows up and says "Buongiorno," and they let him into the arena, given the story that you told us a few weeks back. But, I mean, where are we at with Braden Point? And, you got to find a... I know it's been announced, and I know you can't go back, but how do you keep him off at this point?
I mean, it's an unfortunate thing to say. The only way he gets there in serious matters is if someone's injured, right? Is if someone else can't go. And you don't want to be sitting here rooting for someone else's Olympic dream to die in that manner, but that's unfortunately where it's at. I mean, not only did that wrist injury obviously keep Zach out of the Cup final last year, and maybe things go differently if he's there. It really kept him out of Team Canada because, I think he was a little slower to get going. That the team's really getting centered in on from a management perspective in November, gets finalized in December. But, he's one of those guys. I mean, you see what he's done since then. I mean, there's no question that a team being picked today would have him part of it. I don't even think that's up for much debate. But, they had to finalize the roster December 31st. As it comes to Point, I know he skated yesterday in Tampa. Everything I've heard is trending positive, but, what does that mean? There's really not much time left. The players, for the NHL players, get on a charter on February 7th. So, we're only looking at a little over a week until that happens. Point hasn't participated in practice that I'm aware of with the Lightning. He obviously hasn't played a game since he got injured in Philadelphia earlier in the month. So, it's certainly not 100% guarantee he's going to be there, but, he's doing everything in his power to try to get back. The flip side of the coin, if we look through it through his eyes, obviously, he doesn't want to miss this opportunity either. So, there's games every night. We've seen other countries already make injury replacements, and I would say Zach's phone number is at the top of the list now if any forwards aren't able to go over to Milan.
Chris, it was quite an image, Logan Thompson being helped down the runway after staying in goal for the Capitals and winning in the shootout, and he but that has Olympic implications big time, doesn't it? What might have happened there with his injury?
It was actually his backup, Charlie Lindgren, who got injured. Logan missed the game with his own injury. So for the Capitals, who are another team, we're obviously not focused on them, but they've kind of crashed out of the playoff race lately. Now they're down 2 goalies. It sounds like Thompson, though, no one's too concerned. Okay. Again, it's so hard. Injuries in this league are always a little opaque, I would say, but when you're talking about these players that have Olympic implications, it's really is hard to get reliable views on it. And I don't know, here's the delicate conversation that I don't know how Team Canada has, but do you want a player at 70%? I understand that player wants to play at 70% chance to go represent your country, but I don't know how they ultimately make those decisions when it comes to the end. I mean, even in last night's game in St. Louis that Florida played, Brad Marchand left with an injury. Now, it doesn't sound too serious, but again, we're only 8 days till everyone's supposed to get on the plane and go over. So, it's quite possible, even though Canada hasn't had the injury replacements that the other countries have, that in the last week here, maybe 3 or 4 players can't go. I mean, that's just the unfortunate reality that we could be in that kind of situation.
1 o'clock Mountain Time in the afternoon. Next Wednesday, February 4th, is the Olympic roster freeze. What are you sensing in terms of, any smoke? You mentioned Panarin earlier. Does anything kind of catch fire prior to that freeze league-wide?
Well, I certainly think the Panarin deal, the Rangers intend to try to wrap that up, by next Wednesday. Now, they don't have complete control over the situation with Panarin having a no movement clause and wanting to negotiate a contract extension as part of any potential deal. So, we'll see if, the fact that he's been held out of a couple games already this week, does that move things along? Do they get it done? I certainly think we're going to see a small wave of activity. I'll frame it. It is its own little deadline that forces some decisions. And certainly there's some sellers out there that I think are, wanting to get some business done. We saw with the Flames a couple of weeks ago, they targeted, moving Rasmus Andersson before the Olympics. He's going to play for Sweden. I think they just got to a point where they're like, okay, we want to get this done. Panarin's there. And then there could be some smaller moves. And then it really sets up, I think, a dramatic week and a half on the other side of the Olympics where, all the GMs in the league will have been talking to each other over the Olympic break. Everyone sort of have a pause to take a breath and look clear-eyed at their rosters and what's in front of them. And I think we'll get a surge of activity again before March 6th once that freeze lifts at the end of February.
Outstanding stuff once again, Chris. We appreciate your time. Super Bowl is set, though. And again, it's not Super Bowl week, but we will be entering into Super Bowl week. But just early thoughts, first blush, Pats or Seahawks? Who you taking? Who do you want?
Yeah, more important.
I have to say that I'm just taking the position anyone but Boston, anyone but the Patriots, just because they've won so much. But I really don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not a gambler on NFL, and the Seahawks are a neutral team for me, but I got a little tired of the Brady years just because they won every year. Good for them. But so I'd be happy to see Seattle take that one home.
Great stuff. Chris Johnston, appreciate your time again, man. Have a great weekend. We'll talk next Friday.
All right, boys. Have a great weekend.
There it is. Chris Johnston. Love the guy. Every Friday, bouncing you off here. Your GS Construction hockey insider and analyst for more than 5 decades. GS Construction, proud to serve our communities, working alongside incredible people, helping Edmonton grow for over 50 years. Check them out today, gsconstruction.ca for more details. And he joined us on our Firehouse Subs hotline.
And you see how smoothly he fact-checked me? And I've written Charlie Lindgren, Logan Thompson. I conflated their situations.
Look, they both wear masks and pads and everything.
I know, but come on, Dave, be better.
We got an
sharper.
update. Was this the same text that yeah, okay, so this is all old news. So yeah, Mike Garafolo in transit, scramble catch a connection, not sure if it's going to time up. Can we play it by ear? But yeah, that's cool. That's cool, Mike. You do you. It's the beauty of it is
insider on the move.
Well, he was
I'm guessing to where would he be off to? Well,
he's flying back from the Senior Bowl. Which is a shame because I really want to talk Senior Bowl with him.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah. No. Look, it's not Super Bowl week. That's fine. If we can get him, we'll get him. If we can't, there was some. Obviously, Brady in Buffalo. The coaching carousel continues in the NFL.
Falcons filling out their GM position.
GM, Ravens, there, Minter, all this
Ryan.
stuff. So yeah, things kind of cooking around in the NFL. But no, if Mike can't make it, Mike can't make it, and we'll move on from there. But thanks to CJ for joining us today. Play Alberta early bird of the day. Go to playalberta.ca. Proud sponsors of Edmonton Sports Talk here. As mentioned, I will be back on the lock shop today. 11 to noon here on Edmonton Sports Talk alongside the birthday boy. But you can go to playalberta.ca or make it easy. Download the app for yourself, and then it's right in your pocket, palm of your hand. You click on Sports, top tab, EST Specials on the left, and we're kind of slow building. I do believe Matt Iwanek said that there will be a Super Bowl 2-hour special lock shop next Friday. Just getting you ready for the big game, all those props and what color gum the anthem singer's chewing, yada, yada, yada.
How long is the anthem?
Yeah, I love that stuff, man. Yeah. What color's the Gatorade? What is this and that? And
confetti.
Yeah, Velcro shoes or laced, But we've already got a couple bets up at the EST Specials right now. This was done earlier in the week. First quarter total, 9 points, over 9 points. That's super boosted to minus 109. So you can hop on that one. Plus 200. and this was done yesterday, I do believe, with Jay and Maddie. Super Bowl play of the day 3. They had number 2 up, but that's going to be brought back up. But Drake May and Sam Darnold passing yards total over 447.5. That's boosted to plus 200. So May and Darnold passing yards totaling over 447.5. Boosted to plus 200. You can get on both of those right now. Use your game sense.
Always.
And get ready for Super Bowl via Play Alberta. Hour 2 brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense. We don't have the odds up for the EST Fun Spiel yet at Play Alberta for tomorrow down at the Shamrock
Would that
Curling
actually
Club.
be a thing?
I would love if we could.
Oh, I bet you would.
I know that there'd be some. It's probably going on in the D-Gen Den.
There is such a thing?
D-Gen. Well, there's a bunch of listeners
yes.
they have on the Discord, and they do their own. So they make like wacky parlays that extend. You roll it out like a scroll, and it
It's
just
like the
goes.
dark web.
Yeah, but they get they get into some stuff on that thing.
I
So
bet they do.
I'm sure there's an EST Fun Spiel parlay cooking over at the D-Gen Den with G-Gen.
Okay.
I think I got that
follow.
right. Once again, playalberta.ca is where you can go, or download the app, make it easy for yourself. Get on there, EST specials, and ride with us here. And again, we'll be kicking this into overdrive next week, Super Bowl week, as we go on and more of these props and everything kind of present themselves to us.
What song does Bad Bunny open with?
Well, that type of thing. Yeah. Is there another artist that makes an appearance or something?
like a
right?
cameo.
They'll have a list of, is Robin going to be on or something?
Sure.
Maybe
Dua Lipa.
dating myself there. Oh, I wish.
Okay.
I got a special spot in my heart for that
do you?
woman. I tell you. Yeah.
Artiste.
I will say, she's an artist, all right. Yeah. 780-218-9999, Paris Jewelers inbox. Still taking your texts for how Zach Hyman finds himself on this Olympic team. We all know how it'll happen in real life, but we're looking for some fantasy here. Blair in Calgary, Hyman shows up and says buongiorno, and they let him in the arena. Very good playoff CJ's incident in Italy a few weeks back. Horse Eyes says Hyman puts on a Tampa Bay jersey and sends a photo to John Cooper. Just that. Tampa jersey, snap in the mirror, send it to Coop, and hey, never knew you were on the team, but you're on the team.
They can go how close to opening game? And how many in tournament? Or are you allowed roster moves in tournament? I haven't looked to see what the structure
it was in
is.
December when they announced the thing, but I was thinking like,
well, there's announcing and then there's the actual.
no, but certainly this like, why can't you have you should have a shell, but then have like 5 flex spots or something where you can, as we get closer to the date, because I just feel like it's all
like
written and set in stone, and
football
you're
term, a taxi squad.
Sure.
That makes the trip.
Yeah.
And they may sit there in the Hockey Canada blazer.
Yeah, you make the team, the Black Aces, or
right?
Whatever. Yeah. How does Zach
hell of a
Hyman
Black
get on
Aces.
Canada's Olympic roster? He hastily authors a wholesome children's book titled Zach Hyman and the Very Reasonable Inclusion on Team Canada. Hockey Canada reads it, cries, and pencils him in. Of course, going off the Hyman author route there. Very good tube socks.
And I like the use of the word hastily.
Yeah.
Hastily.
Yeah, it's all in the title there.
Yes.
Zach Hyman gets on the team when his dad buys Team Canada. That comes in from Jimmy O. Very strong
that
there,
is
too.
Smart. That's
why stop at the
pushing
Bulldogs?
hard.
Yeah, why stop? He buys the nation. Not just Hockey Canada and Team Canada, the country as
Let's
a whole.
not go there. Not now.
Okay.
These are fraught times, my friend.
Jimmy O, that's a real good
Really
text.
smart.
I don't mind that one at all.
Yeah.
Hyman I, Tonya, that comes in from Wild Weekend Ben, playing off the film. And again, we know that's the easy route. We all know the whole figure skater.
Not to discredit it.
No. But we've been there, done that.
Yeah. We're looking fresh here.
Zach Hyman in the hastily constructed ice rink, maybe a title for the book. Dr. J says, Hyman gets in the old classic take of the movie Face Off, Nathan DeWelder.
Oh.
So there's like a
yes.
Face Off, and he's got somebody else's, I don't know who, I guess Braden Point's face, I guess would be the
darn wrist
would be the
injury.
one, yeah.
Oh.
Zach Wilder says, tell Sorelli he can't go until he finishes climbing the EST headquarters.
So what's that? Sorry, I missed that. Climbing.
He was creating content.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just updating the sports.
Are you okay?
Here? Yeah. All is well. All is well. Climbing, but no,
he's dialed in.
I heard climbing, and I just all of a sudden had to look over. What are we climbing? Zach's climbing? What was the text? What did I miss?
Zach Wilder says, tell Sorelli he can't go until he finishes climbing EST headquarters. To get you up to speed, you know that guy scaled the thing untethered?
El Capitan,
so now, and
it?
Trevor climbs everything.
Perfect.
Trevor climbs. So we said,
you're a climber?
I love climbing.
He loves
do you?
climbing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But he feels
Corporate ladder.
He feels that this building, you've seen our building here from the outside.
Yeah.
He feels it is unclimbable, even by the dude
Alex
that climbed
Honnold.
Alex Honnold.
He would have a harder time climbing this building than
He's the guy that
Taipei
did
101.
was it
Yes,
El
yes, yes.
Capitan?
Yeah.
Okay.
El Capitan and live last weekend on Netflix. Taipei
With El
101.
Duncan hosting, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Telling you, this building is unclimbable. When you leave today, Jamo,
Okay.
take a look at this. You're not climbing. It's like a block. It's like a square. There's nothing you can grab onto.
Yeah,
So-
it is. It is. In terms of design, there isn't much.
No. So I
It's
love
a
that.
building.
So
I mean,
Sorelli,
sure
it's
it's fine.
impossible, right? So he's not
So he
climbing
won't.
this. So he will never. I get that. I like that.
No, we're
That's
cooking
good.
it.
Sorry,
Zach
I
Wilder.
missed that one.
No,
That
no,
took
it's a
while.
long play. It built here, and it was good. We got it over the line. 780-218-9999. Paris Jewelers inbox. More creative ways that Zach Hyman finds himself on this Canadian Olympic team. Text him in. Probably one of those will go into the mix, and you'll be off to Royal Pizza. $20 richer in Royal Pizza credits for your text of the day.
Nobody's asking. Green pepper, mushroom, ham.
Yeah, no.
My recommendation.
No, they have a
vast
they have lots
array.
of
I never remember
flavors
the
of pies.
numbers, right? You know, because you can call and just say, "Give me a 30."
I always say the title of the pie. I don't. You go to restaurants and they have numbers on the menu. I kind of like to describe, because then if you say, there could be a lost in translation. You say a number and maybe it's a different number. You say the name of it. There's not, like if you say
we used to go
mushroom,
to
green
the
pepper,
barbecue
ham.
house over near Nate Barbecue House, right on that on the traffic circle there. Go in and order the Willie Pless, right? Because he had his jersey number and boom.
Yeah. Gene Principe pulls some strings and smuggles Hyman into the locker room where he disguises himself as various players throughout the tournament, always with a fake mustache to fool the Italians. Questionable scholar. He's back again.
Gene did stellar work last night. Do we agree on the intermission with those influencers? Is that what we're calling them?
I do not know what was going on there,
Trev,
man.
you like influencers. You are an influencer.
I missed that.
They have 60 trillion followers.
I tune into every single intermission. I don't know. I love it.
You love an intermission.
Yeah, I do actually.
Probably
Growing
even
up,
more than the hockey.
Growing up, couldn't stand it, but as I've gotten a little older, I love hearing what everyone has to say.
Sure.
For whatever reason, I did not tune into yesterday's. I don't know. I was busy. I was just out cooking. I just left the room, went cooking, made some tacos.
Wildcard Willis in the nasty chat says some crazy tennis matches going on this morning. Maybe we can.
We're aware.
Maybe we can get a little update from you, Aussie Open.
We don't have cable.
No, but you're keeping tabs.
Yeah, well,
we were gonna do picture in picture for everybody watching on YouTube this morning.
Yes,
and put it on the Popeyes
There's
Louisiana
been
Kitchen
two-
Studio screen. Have the game going.
And yesterday, you asked me to give a thumbnail review or summation of the Australian Open this year, and I said it's a tournament this year that has lacked those sort of seminal moments.
Yeah.
And we've had two today already, right? To get, the final four men on the men's side of the draw.
Yeah.
And both have gone to 5 sets.
Maybe that's where we go for that's good coming up next for the Italian Center shop.
Okay, sure.
That's on the way. NFL analyst Mike Garafolo, he is in transit. We'll see if we can connect with him. If not, we will move on. But hour 2 of the Nielson Show will continue here on Edmonton Sports Talk coming up next. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, quick break, quick traffic update from Pauline Higgins, and we'll be back. A sports update from YouTube Trev right now. Brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where Mitch will drive Zach Hyman to the Olympics himself if he has to in a Mazda. Across the ocean. Park Mazda, your dealer for life. Here's the update.
It was Zach Hyman that secured the Oilers' first 3-game win streak of the season in overtime last night. 4-3 is the score. The Oilers now sit 4-2 on this 8-game homestand and take to the ice again tomorrow when they welcome in the Minnesota Wild. Puck drop is set for 8 o'clock. 14 other games around the NHL last night, including the Wild taking care of business in Calgary. 4-1 is the score. The Kraken win their third straight against the Maple Leafs 5-2. Toronto now sits 10 points out of a playoff spot and is last in the Atlantic. Darren Radish got 3 points in the Lightning's 4-1 win over the Jets. The Canucks shut out the Ducks 2-0. The Red Wings fell to the Capitals 4-3 in a shootout, but history was made as Patrick Kane passes Mike Modano for the most points by American-born player, recording point 1,375. More history from last night as Matt Schaefer passes Bobby Orr for second most goals by an 18-year-old defenseman, netting his 14th of the season in a 2-1 win over the Rangers. And the Canadiens were all over the Avalanche. 7-3 is the score, handing the Avs only their 8th regulation loss of the season. Tonight in the NHL, just one game that sees the Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Blackhawks at 6:30. Over to the WHL, where the Edmonton Oil Kings 4-game road trip continues tonight in Moose Jaw to face the Warriors. Puck drop is set for 7. 8 games in the association last night and 9 games on tap tonight. The 29-20 Toronto Raptors head to Orlando to face the Magic. Tip-off for this one at 5:30. Over at the Australian Open, where Alcaraz advanced to the final after defeating Zverev in a thrilling 5-set match yesterday. Right now, Sinner and Djokovic are on the 5th and deciding set. Winner of this one will take on Alcaraz this Sunday. Yesterday at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, both Alberta teams were in action, but only Sturmay's Rink advances to the playoffs, which gets going early afternoon today, with Peterson's Rink facing Team Canada and Black's Rink taking on Team Manitoba. And after day one at the Farmers Insurance Open, Justin Rose is alone at the top, shooting 10 under through 18. Action continues later today. The Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, your dealer for life.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
A little Taylor Dane for you there as hour 2 of the Nielson Show continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Nielson Show presented by Weiss Johnston, weiss-johnston.com. Furnace, AC, heating, all that good stuff. Check them out today. They are the sponsor of the Nielson Show, and of course EST. Sponsored by Play Alberta. Hour 2, though, of the Nielson Show for Game Sense. Remember, if you're gambling, use your Game Sense up at Play Alberta, GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. And your texts always welcome. 780-218-9999. Paris Drew's inbox. Lots of good texts on how we get Hyman to the Olympics. Wrong answers only. But let's get into right now. That's good for the Italian Center. Dave Jameson and for Dustin Nielsen. Lieutenant Eric.
Hello.
YouTube Trev, you heard there on the Sports Update. That's a good. And it's not good for the Italian Yannick Sinner, who has just fallen at the Australian Open. Novak Djokovic, 5 hours and 27
minutes for the Alcaraz and Zverev match. So Alcaraz, that was the first match of the two semis.
He's off to the final.
First time at the Aussie Open final for him. An incredible match. 18-shot match point played out there. Alcaraz fought through cramps and other issues, which is not often or is not unusual at the Aussie Open for a player to go through that. And then Jannik Sinner, 5 sets, loses to Novak Djokovic. Now, it is an upset despite Djokovic's remarkable career.
But his age.
And his age, this was not the expected outcome at all.
3-6, 6-3, 4-6, 6-4, 6-4. Djokovic takes down Sinner, 38 years old. First major final since 2024 Wimbledon. Djokovic v. Alcaraz, Sunday at the Aussie Open.
Not the final we expected.
Right. And that's good because you said this tournament was maybe not providing a lot of jump and pop.
What you would call memorable moments that you look back and go, yeah, the 26 Aussie Open, do you remember that match? We might have had 2 of those on the same day.
Alcaraz is winning, though, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Djokovic has played the least amount of tennis. We talked about it yesterday. I mean, he had a walkover, and then he had, he was down 2 sets to Mazzetti, who had to leave because of injury. So, right, you've played in essence half the tennis to get to the final spot.
That goes down Sunday on the women's side.
Yeah.
If you'd like to provide some thoughts on that.
And is it Sabalenka and Rybakina? Sorry, I pulled a blank here.
Rybakina.
Rybakina, yes. Well, I mean, I would never bet against Sabalenka.
No.
That's a stiff.
On the women's side, it's a little more elementary, shall we say. The men's side, maybe the Final Four, at least going into the final, providing a little more story. Yeah.
Yes.
So there you go. Australian Open, a little tennis talk here. That's good.
Now we get back to regular programming.
Well, no. That's good because I look. If we don't get Garafolo, we'll go back to Oilers Sharks. We will continue to discuss that and get your texts in. Thoughts on last night's game. They get the 3 in a row. Big dogs were eating, celebrating in the house, waving off the penalty.
No. Not for me, says celebrating.
Oilers Wild tomorrow night. So we'll discuss. But if you had your tennis, if I could, and I know Trev's been keeping us up to date on the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. But we are done with the round robin portion. We are into the playoffs. That goes today at noon. Manitoba, the Peterson Manitoba rink, taking on another Manitoba rink, albeit represented in Canada in Carrie Anderson. Then it's Nova Scotia taking on another Manitoba rink in Caitlin Laws. So 3 out of the 4 teams today, Manitoba-based. Then it's that funky, wacky page playoff system.
And I asked, and maybe one of our listeners, viewers, why is it called the Page Playoff System?
Ed Page invented it. Yeah, Edward Page was the curator of the playoff system.
Okay.
But Sturmey in action. She will be in action later on tonight, 5 o'clock, taking on either winners or losers from either of those. I'm not going to go too much into the guts of how that works with you right now if you're listening 95.7 Cruise FM or watching. But yes, one Alberta rink advancing, Sturmey's in, Skurlik out. So some Alberta flavor as we make our way into the playoff portion of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts out in Mississauga. So I do like, much probably like you, tennis majors, curling, whether it's the Scotties or the Briar. You get the 3 draws during the day, morning, afternoon, evening. You can always have something on. It's always going on. Vic routers bouncing from sheet to sheet and kind of trying to keep you up to date. It is nice when it gets when you sheath off the rest and you get to the top players and the playoffs and everything. But I do like when the games are just coming at you daily, morning, afternoon, evening,
you're grazing on the sport.
It's just nice to put on, like the Aussie Open.
Yep.
You put it on,
just let it hum.
You may not have any idea what's going on, but it's something to kind of take in. So that's good. Little tennis talk, little curling talk. I think we can be forgiven on this sports station.
Of course.
Hopefully.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Did you just say you'd like a varied sports diet? Is that where you're going?
A balanced diet, if you will. Now,
nutrients.
Back to the Oilers. That's good for the Italian Center shop. Check out the shop today. I didn't make my way in. They were kind of in between my journey yesterday, going to Wayne's Sports Cards, which is next door here on the West End. Then I went to Firehouse Subs. Figured I'd treat myself to a lunch.
Why wouldn't you?
The old hook and ladder, large. Get it today.
Yeah. Tuck it under your arm like you. But the Heisman
Well,
trophy?
they give it to you in that big box. I walked out. Yeah. Not two. I should have walked out two hands on the box.
I got it.
and people
Coming
in the
through
way.
the middle.
Yeah, no, I was carrying the thing like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just quickly on Firehouse, Oilers have won 2 in a row as well. So I think the medium brisket hat trick has been unlocked again.
3 in a row.
$8.99. Yes, but when they win 2.
Oh,
so,
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But back to the Oilers Sharks here. Again, your thoughts welcome 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat as well.
Manstoff was angry.
I'm trying to keep up on the nasty chat. Well, yeah.
No, but and where I'm going with that comment, to acknowledge it, because you don't often...
Maddie bumped into him on the concourse last night, and it was a very brief
sure.
exchange.
But it was some, and I will give him full credit for this, and I'll do it in a public forum. I've said it to him personally, that he will go on a telecast and really give his unvarnished opinion of how the team has played. And last night, they were not good. They were the lesser of the two teams on the ice for the vast majority of that game.
I don't even think he needs to say anything. His demeanor speaks volumes usually
sure,
when you can tell,
but,
geez.
You know, I do applaud people in that position who, you know, you're employed by the team. But there was you didn't check down.
What did you make? The Oilers outshot the Sharks, and Trev, if Garafolo does chime in, join, just let me know. If not, that's cool too. But if he
working on it right now, just got an update, landed, but we'll need a few minutes to get off this plane and grab my bag. You can try making the connection with me, so I'm just telling them.
Do our best.
If we get him on for a quick slap and tickle at 10-2 or 5-2, we can do it.
So after 8, probably a no-go?
No, we'll just move on.
Okay.
But if he does chime in, we'll take him. If not, that's cool too.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, Oilers out shooting the Sharks 32-20. And it was 2 goals on the first 2 shots?
Mm-hmm.
And Trev, your thoughts on this too. What did you make of Ingram's game?
Well, didn't look good early on. I don't think the team... I don't really put that on him, though. The team
know.
was
Yeah.
I mean, that was a wide open net. It was odd. I mean, just the giveaways. The first few... All the goals, the only one that the breakaway, the last one, I think, that Gaudette scored. I mean, it's Gaudette. He doesn't have much of a scoring touch, so maybe you want a little bit better of an outcome there. But, I mean, I'm not going to critique him too much because it's one bad game. Really, I think the last game didn't warrant a poll at all.
Right, and Knobloch mentioned that too. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying we're having this discussion now.
Yeah.
Following to and again, you don't lay blame at his feet necessarily.
I don't.
No, we don't. I don't think we don't.
No.
But you do find yourself in this situation.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to start a fire here or anything. I'm just saying, like, when he came up, it was lights out.
Yeah.
You couldn't say enough good things, and he's still a great goaltender. Don't get me wrong. Probably will be continuing to do that. It's just weird how this happens now, where you have 2 games where he gets yanked, where maybe as the coach said he shouldn't have, and then last night it's like
just tiptoeing.
And things happen, and it's sometimes puck bounce and all this stuff. And you mentioned the open net, but I just feel he's in that situation now, and kind of weird.
Yeah, and that's fair, but like it depends on where you set your expectations for him. Like coming in, he is, even without looking at his last 2 games, he has exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
Oh,
looking at the last 2 games.
No,
he has been I'm not going to say overachieved because he has been in the NHL previously, but he has been reliable, largely, and like yes, a goal went in off Bouchard. I get all of that. Should he have committed as far as he did? To the left and to the puck carrier, and then obviously leaving an empty net. I don't know where I come out on breakaways and goaltenders. Whether I blame, where I look at you should have had
that was
a one-on-one situation against a guy that whether Gaudette or it's somebody more offensively gifted. I don't see. Again, we're talking about this coming off a win.
No, and that's Amishman 19. Amishman 19 in the Nest chat. It's funny they win 3 in a row. Now everyone is worried about the goaltending too. Nobody's worried here. No. I just want to get that.
Worried.
We're not worried. Smitty the Welder.
Issue.
Not one goal was Ingram's fault. No, I get that. But when you're in goal, you are the last line of defense.
You're
there.
the tender of record.
However they happen. And then some people don't really tell the whole story. Now you can get into the stats. MH texts in Paris Jouleau's inbox, 780-218-9999. Look at Stu's numbers now. Look at Jari's as an Oiler. At what point do you start realizing it's the defense and not a goalie issue? I do get it. It's early sample size, but still 10 games each.
That's not
Absolutely.
wrong.
No, that's right.
There's a lot of truth in that text.
That's correct. And that's, I think, what we're seeing as well. And I think for Skinner, too, it's not necessarily, I'll look at the defense as well. I'm not saying, like, is the Penguins' blue line also? I think for him, though, it was a mental reset and a fresh start. There was always a goaltender there. It got a little too past the expiration date here, and he needed to move on, and now you're seeing it. But, yeah, I mean, absolutely, MH, I completely agree with that text, more so than a goaltending issue, to which we are not, I'm not going there.
No.
Just having the talk at, when sometimes that happens, you're there, you're in the moment. I mean, ultimately, the pucks go past you, but no, we are not blaming Connor Ingram for any of that. But yeah, MH, I agree with the text. The defense is probably something that you look at there, and that we have looked at for a while.
Third and fourth line production. That remains, nothing that happened last night would make you go, aha, there's something in there.
First one was a giveaway, then a cross-ice, wide-open guy in the slot goal. Second goal went off Bouchard, cross-ice. Third goal, breakaway. My opinion, none of those are his fault. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that comes in from Picks.
Yep.
Not confirmed if that's
Agreed.
Kelvin Pickard. Yeah. First two shots making him look like Koskinen, a play on Mikko Koskinen, but he held his ground, was decent in the pipes after that. Yeah, and I would agree. And I think the Sharks, again, taking their foot off the gas. I don't know if you want to get into a game management, even when you're up 3-0, especially against that Oilers team.
Yes.
They probably, if they would have gotten that fourth, maybe it's a different game. But
I wouldn't do that again. If the Sharks found themselves in that position again.
No. And I think Askarov was playing quite well as well. Yeah, I mean, for what until that first one went in, and then it kind of went from there. 780-218-9999. RSO Cody says Ingram was overplaying things a bit last night, kind of like Jari's regular play when Ingram is on, his movement is minimal. Yeah, okay.
And you say that for most goalies now in this day and age, right?
Wild Weekend Ben, if the wall of St. Paul, Jesper Wallstead, goes to market, are the Oilers going to try for him or just pack up and fish elsewhere? There was a little talk of that, hey, of him perhaps being a piece. I don't know. I mean, I think they'll be fine with what they have right now. I would go into.
I think they have other places they need to address.
Yeah. This is the type of SHIT that got Skinner traded, criticizing a goalie even when they win the game. No, just
I'm not for the record.
No
please.
Criticizing. I was asking the question if indeed people
none from me.
People go
none
that
from
route.
This quarter.
Sharks played the last two periods like LA played overtime in the playoffs last year, trying not to lose instead of trying to win.
Yes,
spot on, bang on. That's just it. Vance Van
No
Vanderven.
analytics in that answer, but it is on the nose analysis.
And you cannot do that against this Oilers team.
Correct.
It's been proven time and time again.
However, you asked earlier in the show, in the first hour, I believe, the Oilers, I mean, the stakes, I guess you could say, are always high in the NHL, but you cannot play what I would call dangerous hockey, high wire act hockey like this when the stakes are much higher.
Smitty the Welder, why are we talking about this? It's no wonder Skinner got run out of town. Again. Nobody's.
We need a disclaimer that should just come up.
I hear an airport.
Yes.
Abutsky says they're talking about this because their guest did show up. Quite right. We thought you'd like some Oilers discussion. I said if you want to talk about the game, we'll talk about the game. We were talking about the game. We're not running anybody at town.
No, not at all.
But I do believe that is the sound of an airport. Mike Garafolo, maybe on the runway even.
It sounds like it may be refueling.
Departing the plane from the steps, and they walk out, and they have to walk across the tarmac. Let me know if he's. He looks good. Okay, perfect. Well, let's bring him on then for a quick one here. Mike Garafolo, our NFL insider and analyst. He's brought to you by Mobile One Oil Change. Get your Mobile One Oil Change at Girard Tirecraft, 9845 41st Avenue. Proven protection for every drive you have. And Mike joins us as always on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Mike, You are you're working your way. We do an awards show on this station. The show every fall. We call it the SDs, a play on the SBs. You are up for one, man. You are making it work. Appreciate it. You're in transit from the Senior Bowl. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've got a connection here through Houston, and we are waiting on our bags. I've landed as my next flight was boarding, so I just don't even know how that's allowed. But we're going to try to make this, and you're going to try and make it with me.
Okay.
We will make this quick. We will let you get on your way. Again, Super Bowl week starting next week. We'll get your thoughts on AFC, NFC Championship, but obviously I will start with the Bills. Brady, the appointment. Allen shows up in a full, body cast, apparently.
Yeah.
Your thoughts there with the Bills exhausting everybody, interviewing everybody, and then ultimately settling with the in-house hire?
Yeah, that was the most logical one. See, man, the most logical one to me, I think. Well, one of two. To me, it was going to have to be Brian Daboll, or it was going to have to be Joe Brady, because these hires, or this hire, I should say, was going to be about Josh Allen. Now, there was talk of Davis Webb, but that was going to be quite the jump for him, and having never been a coordinator, all of a sudden to be a head coach. And I got the sense that they didn't want to just hire a coach who was the best friend with the quarterback. That was a cooperation was a big part of it, but they wanted to make sure they were still hiring a head coach. And Joe Brady crushed the interview. I mean, you heard him yesterday say that Josh Allen was poker-faced in the meetings. Like, he knows him well, but he still wanted to go about this, and they wanted to go about this as if they were interviewing somebody on the outside. So he did extremely well. The pairing makes a lot of sense to me. Some of these hires don't make sense. This one makes complete sense to me.
Mike, what about Atlanta? Did the hirings there and that structure? They've got the GM now. Matt Ryan's there. Kevin Stefanski. What do you make of the three-headed monster?
Yeah, Matt Ryan's got to know what he doesn't know, right? He's got to make sure that he leans on the structure that they have there, the people they have in the building, the experience they have in the building. And I think he will. I mean, he's not the kind of power play, overbearing type of guy. I mean, listen, Tom Brady came in with the Raiders and tried to have all the answers right away. So I think Matt Ryan, it's a different role. It's not an ownership role, but I think Matt Ryan understands that this is a process, and they went through it. They interviewed Ian Cunningham in the first process for Ryan's job, then came back as the GM interview process and settled on him. The connection with Ryan Poles, whom Ryan had played with at Boston College. So he came highly recommended, and a thorough interview process lands on him as the general manager. I think it'll be a good structure there. I think Matt Ryan should work well in that role.
Mike, I'm not a fan of Hall of Fames, regardless of the sport, but this Belichick first ballot Hall of Fame thing, your thoughts on all of this? I mean, does he ever get in?
Yes, I think he gets in, especially after this fiasco. I think he gets in next year. A lot of people think, first ballot type thing. Now the voting process is being blamed, which is ridiculous, because if you've got a vote and the guy deserves it, you don't vote depending on what everybody else is going to do. You don't say, well, get all these other votes, because you don't know. They may be thinking the same thing. So I don't buy the whole flawed process. I think there was some personal stuff. Now, I think the Spygate stuff factored in, and I think that's fair. Just like the debates we've had about Pete Rose and steroids in baseball. I think it's fair to have that conversation. I think some people didn't vote because of that, and I'm totally fine with that. That's a football reason. All the other reasons are not.
And just in closing, of course, Super Bowl week next week. We'll get more into that matchup, but your quick thoughts on Championship Sunday as well. Both Broncos, Patriots in that Snow Bowl game, and then Seahawks, Rams in what some people are considering their own personal Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't like the talk of we got to do neutral sites and non-weather. That's what football is, and that's what it should be.
Agreed.
And with Bo Nix, perhaps they navigated. There are a couple of things that didn't work in the Broncos' favor. A couple of bad luck breaks there. Literal breaks with Bo Nix's ankle, and it sucks, but that's football. I was totally fine with it. I would have liked for a more entertaining game. It didn't work out that way. As for Seattle, Sam Darnold and somebody asked me about this. Were you surprised at how well he played? I said no, because the Thursday game that he played against the Rams in the regular season showed me that he's got the ability to be a clutch performer and to not wilt in those pressure type situations. I don't think he's going to wilt in the Super Bowl, and I was super impressed with what he did in the NFC Championship. Very happy for Sam Darnold.
Well, we're happy we could have a brief conversation with you, Mike. Again, you're working your way into award territory here. First ballot, I would say. Safe travels and enjoy Super Bowl week.
The award is a great honor. The best award right now would be making this flight. Let's see if I can make it happen. I'll update you guys and let you know because it's really close right now.
Go. Yeah. Mike Garafolo, our
Thank you, guys.
Analyst and insider. Get your Mobil 1 oil change at Girard Tirecraft, 9845 41st Avenue. Proven protection for every drive you have. And Mike joined us on the Firehouse Subs hotline today. 15 Firehouse Subs locations across the Edmonton and greater area. Easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy. Colton texts in Paris Drewler's inbox. She said Mike was at the airport, but I didn't expect him to be the guy loading all the luggage on the plane. This is, I wonder what his, did he have to go from one end to the total opposite? This is like a McAllister, the father, trying to get from one running, and trying to, but look, these are the performances you expect from a five-tool player.
But composed, doing that, rolling.
We let him go, but he
luggage.
Probably would have stayed longer if we asked.
We don't want to overstay.
We didn't want to, no. Yeah. But working his way into SD territory for sure. 7:57. We'll start to wrap up here at hour number 2. Hour number 3 coming up. Just to let you know, we got more football talk on the way. Austin Mack, newest Elks receiver. He'll be joining us at around 8:30. No Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week this week, but Austin Mack will get his thoughts. What led him to the decision here? His reuniting with Cody Fajardo. I mean, that was a killer combo. So, Elks fans, you got to be salivating at this one. Austin Mack, 8:30 in hour number 3. We'll be playing kind of easy trivia just after the top of the hour. You can text in right now if you want to play. We're looking to go 20-0, $20 to Mr. Mike's on the line as well in gift card form for that puppy. So if you want to play trivia, text in 780-218-9999, Paris Drewler's inbox. Dave's got the questions. You'll be unlocking a Club Beat Loop remix from the vault as well. We got some goal songs to get to in hour 3. 3 questions too many. I do have 7 questions, but if you'd like to flex one in, usually when we do have a guest, Dave, Will, or whomever, if you have a question specifically for Dave or Trev or myself as well, get them in 780-218-9999, and we will try our best to flex them in if they're good enough. Marmet Basin Snow Report and the wrap for William Huff all still to come in hour number 3. But yes, if you want to play 780-218-9999. Is the nasty chat settled down a bit here? Are we done with the
vitriol?
With the vitriol? We sure.
Well, I think I
Rashog catching strays now. Rashog would complain that his heels hurt.
Oh, there's a deep cut.
Well,
That's
we don't need to be. Ryan has joined us too on times where he could. He's been sick. He's had a nasty cold over the past month. He's still done the hit. Now he didn't do his hit this week because he was off with Randine in Canmore. I do believe they were having a getaway prior to the Olympic break.
Okay.
So
yes,
he'd be forgiven for that. But
well, that's right. He is going to Italy, isn't he?
He's going to Italy. Yeah. But Garafolo again. He's been moving houses too. He's joined us during this move. He makes it
pros
work.
pro.
So pros pro. Absolutely. What do we got here for texts? We're still looking at texts, how to get Hyman onto this Olympic team. I've compiled a good handful of them. Where's it here? Troll says, Hyman, inspired by LTE, raw dogs it and just shows up in Milan with nothing but his sweatsuit and passport. No hockey equipment. He's ready to go. He can buy some there from the Italian Totem outdoor outfit. Like, they'll have equipment. The Italian arm of Totem Outdoor Outfitters.
I'm exceptionally uncomfortable with you saying raw dogging it on the...
that's what you do.
I know. Yeah. Yes, I understand.
Have you ever raw dogged a coffee in your car, like without a travel mug, but just like a cup of coffee?
I don't think I have. I must have, like,
or like
in
a
glass
of
early
Pepsi.
days.
A glass of Pepsi.
I have too.
The cup of coffee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No travel mug.
No,
I've done
travel
it a couple
mug, just
times.
a cup of coffee.
Yeah. It's fun.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. It tastes better out of a mug.
A little bit of home on the road.
Yeah. It's a funny feeling. Hyman travels down to Gasparilla Pirate Festival this weekend and sells the Tampa players to Captain Boudreau, Zach Wildest. I love incorporating the Gasparilla Pirate Festival into this. That's happening this weekend.
And come on, I'm pulling a blank on the name. What they're not Dustin Penner. I'm drawing a blank on the hockey player who's going to be the honorary float on the float.
On the flotilla there?
Come on now. Former Oiler, Lightning, Blackhawk. Why am I pulling a blank? Large bearded man. You know that.
late. Oh, Maroon. Patrick Maroon.
Yes, Patty Maroon.
Is he going to be the lead pirate?
Yeah, but he's not wearing a pirate's costume, apparently.
Where did this
But he's
come up
on
the other
float.
day? How did we get onto that Gasparilla Pirate Fest? We had a guest on or somebody?
Wyshynski.
Wyshynski.
He's going to be there.
Yeah.
As you would expect.
And you've heard of this festival?
Yes, I have.
Do you know like the
Lots
detail
of
what
rum.
happens?
Oh,
so,
well
so
done.
the ship comes into port, and then the captain comes off, and I guess he
Just
demands
one of those?
Well, he meets up with the mayor.
Doubloons?
He meets up with the mayor, and he demands the key to the city. And this whole exercise, it's
a bit
like
of
a tradition.
cosplay.
Yeah, but it's and then they have a parade and yada yada
And there's
yada. Pat Maroon,
dancing
yeah.
and- Yes, as there always is.
But EST trip down to Gasparilla Pirate Fest in the future. We're always looking to add majors to our major calendar. First of tomorrow, Shamrock Curling Club,
Talk to
EST
Chelsea.
Farmsville. Yeah. Yes, maybe. If you want to play, 780-218-9999. Get your texts in right now. Trevor will pick one of you, and you'll be playing Con Easy Trivia coming up next. Hour 2 of the Nielsen Show was brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, we appreciate it. We'll take a quick break. Some traffic from Pauline Higgins. We'll be back for Hour 3 coming up next. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen, Lieutenant Eric, YouTube Trev on a sports update here. The Nielsen Show presented by Weiss Johnson and EST presented by Play Alberta. The sports update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 93. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Leon Draisaitl and Evan Bouchard each recorded 3-point nights as the Oilers stormed back for a 4-3 overtime win, locking in their first 3-game win streak of the season. Edmonton is back in action tomorrow when they welcome in the Minnesota Wild. Puck drop is set for 8 o'clock. Around the NHL last night, there are 14 other games on the schedule. The Wild handled business in Calgary with a 4-1 win, while the Kraken picked up their third straight victory, beating the Maple Leafs 5-2. Toronto now sits 10 points out of a playoff spot and remains last in the Atlantic. Darren Radish had a 3-point performance as the Lightning defeated the Jets 4-1. The Canucks blanked the Ducks 2-0. And the Red Wings fell to the Capitals 4-3 in a shootout, but history was made as Patrick Kane passed Mike Modano for the most points by an American-born player, recording career point 1,375. More history followed as Matt Schaefer passed Bobby Orr for the second most goals by an 18-year-old defenseman, scoring his 14th of the season in a 2-1 win over the Rangers. Meanwhile, the Canadiens dominated the Avalanche 7-3, handing Colorado its 8th regulation loss of the season. Tonight's NHL schedule features just one game, with the Columbus Blue Jackets visiting the Chicago Blackhawks at 6:30. In the WHL, the Edmonton Oil Kings continue their 4-game road trip tonight in Moose Jaw, taking on the Warriors with puck drop set for 7. On the hardwood, there were 8 games in the NBA last night and 9 more on tap tonight. The 29-20 Toronto Raptors are in Orlando to face the Magic with tip-off set for 5:30. The stage is set at the Australian Open, where Novak Djokovic will face Carlos Alcaraz in Sunday's final after Djokovic outlasted world number 2 Jannik Sinner in a thrilling 5-set semifinal. At the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, both Alberta teams were in action yesterday, but only Sturmay's rink advanced to the playoffs. Playoff action begins early this afternoon with Peterson's rink facing Team Canada and Black's rink taking on Team Manitoba. Finally, after day 1 at the Farmers Insurance Open, Justin Rose sits alone atop of the leaderboard at 10 under through 18, with play resuming later today. I'm YouTube Trev. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
everyone. I'm Zach Hyman of the Edmonton Oilers.
He's so tenacious.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
Revving up his engine, listen to the crowd just roar. No reason for tension, Zach is gonna shoot and score. Hyman's in the scoring zone. Right into the scoring zone. Signed for 7 years, now he's playing by McDavid's side. He's got you jumping out of your seat cause of that look in his eyes. Hyman's in the scoring zone. He'll take you right into that scoring zone. You know he's gonna score a few. Playing with Connor, it's a top line overload. You'll finally see what he can do. So raise your hands up as high as they can go.
Connor McDavid.
Let me say yeah.
Remember that name.
McDavid off a turnover. Walks in. Has a step shot. Glove shot. No, it slips behind Holtby. And that's McDavid's 30th. Finds McDavid. The net is empty. Shoots and scores, and this one's over.
Connor McDavid. Connor. McDavid. McDavid. Remember that name. Here is Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid. Smart move. Here he is. Beautiful. Remember that name.
No. Connor has no limit.
Hakuna McDavid, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna McDavid, ain't no passing craze. You have no worries because of the way that he plays. Yeah, say it, kid. He's the next Gretzky from the draft lottery. Hakuna McDavid. Hakuna McDavid. You have no worries because of the way that he plays. He's the next Gretzky from the draft lottery. Hakuna McDavid. Try. Try. Leon scored a goal tonight. Watching him play is quite a sight. You know this song is tight. Oilers fans, come on. You loved him endlessly since he was drafted number 3. He's a center with a size that was born in Cologne. Try to stop him, you can't do much more. That ain't no lie. You just wanna see him shoot and score. It was try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him, and that ain't no lie. Cause it's try. Don't even try to play him rough. Leon is a German, so you know he's tough. His hands are crazy and Aikens loves his eyes. Yeah, it's try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop it.
Hour 3 of the Nielson Show is live. Lieutenant Eric, Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen. YouTube Trev, you heard on the sports update there. A couple of goal songs from last night. Sadly, no Bouchard goal song. I don't have that in the chamber this morning. But goal songs, Nielsen Show songs, as always, brought to you by Totem Outdoor Outfitters. Dave Jameson gets his skates sharpened there.
Darn right.
Family Store takes pride in finding the right fit for you. Check them out, 7430 99th Street or online, www.totemoutfitters.ca. Hour 3 of the Nielsen Show. For GD Liquidators, auctions, and appraisals, mention EST. Get 5% off anything new or used. Don't miss their monthly auctions. GDLiquidators.com, Canadian-owned and operated. Make them your first call. Nielson Show brought to you by Weiss Johnston. Weiss-Johnson.com for any furnace AC needs you need. Weiss Johnston is the place to go. Of course, you are coming live from the Popeyes, Louisiana kitchen studio. Great texts flying in. Chris Dixon, who apparently I was supposed to be curling with tomorrow at the EST Fun Spiel, but he picked up an injury. Sad I won't be able to see you, Chris, but he says, as a guy with family in Tampa, Gasparilla Pirate Fest is legendary. Quite the weekend. I wouldn't doubt it.
Their Mardi Gras.
That's their thing. Everybody gets up for it. You take the Monday off. Or maybe even the Tuesday.
Friday.
Well, sure. Bookend. Why not? 780-218-9999, Paris Jewelers inbox. We are looking for your creative texts on how we get Zach Hyman onto the Canadian Olympic team. Creative, funny, whatever. We do have a good handful of them. And that's probably your out to the Royal Pizza text of the day. Fergie's prostate chimes in. Hyman has a flight captain's costume ready to go, but he can't find a false nose and glasses that will fit over his real nose. Well, I mean, you could maybe get a smaller, maybe he can get some facial construction surgery. Maybe a full, maybe he, again, to the face-off text, maybe you give me the Braden Point and they make a trip to Turkey real quick. You come back.
Now.
Absolutely. They can do anything.
Trip to Turkey. I know where you're going with that.
Dave Jameson skates Sharpen Totem's sharpener. That comes in from Bones. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Bones says Hyman gets in as Team Canada's rabbi. Who says no? Maybe that's the route that you come on. You can be a...
Yes.
Yeah.
Ever been to a bar mitzvah or a bris?
I have not. Yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Both were great experiences.
Time for Kind of Easy Trivia. You are playing for Mr. Mike's here. Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. New location open now in Bonnie Doon. Check out MrMikes.ca for more details. Order online. Skip the dishes. DoorDash. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally. Enjoy casually. You are playing for a GC at Mr. Mike's today and unlocking a Club Beat Loop remix from the Vault. And we're looking to go 20-0 right now and keeping the streak alive. Trev, who do we got on the line today?
Today playing is Curtis.
Hello.
Not Curtis.
Okay.
Dixon?
No.
Okay. So another Curtis.
Another Curtis.
Interesting. Well, Curtis, welcome to the program, man. Have you played before?
Yes, I have.
Perfect. So you know the drill. You need 3 out of 5. We'll start the ticker after Dave reads the first question. Good luck.
All right, Curtis, let's hit it. Who did the Oilers beat last night?
San Jose.
And what was the score?
4-3.
Who scored the OT winner?
Hyman.
Are the Maple Leafs 10 points out of a playoff spot?
Do not care.
Is the Australian Open tennis or golf?
Tennis.
Unbelievable. I'm going to step in and take over the coaching duties of the team. Whoa. I mean, there's blood all over my hands in this, too, as well, because I put the lineup together.
Ansel back to pass.
You know what? I saw it in his eyes.
5 days of isolation.
Talks a little junk coming back. 5 yards deep in your living room.
Bette Midler is going to be in the park today?
Hessel hit again. Scores again. Adam Pac-Man Jones. Nugent Hopkins scores.
I love it.
Craig's on it.
You need to be patient. It's going to be Craig McTavish.
Craig's on it.
I know that for sure.
Craig's on it. It's kind of like the garbage truck. Craig's on it. Pulling out of your cul-de-sac, it's just kind of...
And if anybody's going to find the solution, it's going to be Craig McTavish. I know that for sure.
Mel Gibson, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Craig McTavish.
Tequila Sunrise, Raul Julia, written and directed by
Todd Nelson.
Mack behind the bench, genius.
You know what? I saw it in his eyes. This is when you see the results.
I put the lineup together in the roster.
Craig's on it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Clubbing Loop remix from the Vault there. Congratulations to Chris. He's off to Mr. Mike's 20-0. We got the 3 in a row for the Oilers. Now 20-0, kind of easy trivia. Love to see it. If you're listening this morning on a variety of ways, iHeart, TuneIn Radio app, The Source, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Great morning to you. 95.7 Cruise FM. Great morning to you. If you did just rediscover us and you're like, oh, the Nielson Show's back and it's just the Nielson Show. No. Lots of programming to come Monday to Friday and on the weekends here at Edmonton Sports Talk. EdmontonSportsTalk.com is where you can go. Hangout coming up later this morning, 9 to 11. Glue Guy will be in, Gazzola, Iwanek, that type of thing. We do have a birthday in-house today that we'll be celebrating as the morning truck's on. After that, it's the Lock Shop. Myself and Matthew Iwanek will be there 11 to noon. You got the oil stream as well today, noon to 1 to 3 EST afternoons with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage. And the Reed Wilkins Show taking you home 3 to 6 here alongside Jason Milne. And we will have you covered. Again, tomorrow, the EST Fun Spiel going down at the Shamrock Curling Club. We will be there. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows live from the Shamrock, Oilers and Wild tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, hockey night in Canada. So if you are listening to the Nielsen Show on 95.7 Cruise FM and you want a little more or you want a whole lot more, EdmontonSportsTalk.com is where you can go. Check out the programming. Live, 6 to 6, Monday to Friday. Of course, Oilers pre- and post, Elks pre- and post. We'll have Austin Mack joining us later on this hour and all that good stuff. EdmontonSportsTalk.com. We are changing 200 on the YouTube as well.
Changing 200.
Love to see it. If you are watching this morning and you don't know, subscribe to the channel.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. The Tell a Friend program, it's free. It's easy. I'm not going to comment on a referral bonus or any type of that.
No. Don't commit there.
We're still working on that. But subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk on YouTube if you think you've already, by clicking on us and watching us, that you've subscribed. No. Make sure you check. Hit that bell at the bottom. Hit subscribe to the channel, and you'll be up to date, everything going on the YouTube. And smash that thumbs up, give us a like. The pursuit of 300. Let's see if we can get there by the end of this show. 3 questions too many right now for the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer Principal Mitch Lewicki, where he has subbed and liked the show on YouTube this morning. Park Mazda, your dealer for life. Social medias, you can follow us on X at Yag Sports Talk.
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Edmonton Sports Talk. And, of course, on YouTube, as I mentioned. Dave, where can people follow you online?
X and only the X. Heard it on the X, the Dave Jamieson.
But that Instagram account is still...
Yeah, it's dormant.
But it's up there.
I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
I'll refresh
Tube,
at some point.
Tube, you are also on. You're on Instagram, but you don't have anything posted, but you're on there.
Yeah, I'm on there briefly, kind of. I
Monitor
want to start uploading more photos.
Well,
but,
you do.
Yeah, if you want to give me a follow, YouTube_Trev. I'll be uploading lots of photos for sure on Twitter. It's the same, Instagram and Twitter, YouTube_Trev. But picking up Glue Guy tomorrow. Can't wait.
Yeah. Safe travels. He's on our front end, so we need him there.
Safe travels.
What time does play get underway?
4 o'clock. Games are at 4, 5, and 6. Supper at 7, and then playoffs afterwards, semifinals and a final. So registration, if you are involved in the EST Fun Festival tomorrow, anytime after 2:30, we'll start registering. I know Iwanik's got some gift bags and stuff. We got 50-50s going on, door prizes, all that good stuff. Proceeds of the 50-50 going to the Heavy Hockey Showdown, of course.
And nasties could come and watch if they so chose.
Show up to the club.
Participate.
Tilt a beer back. Of course, we do have our supper. That's all taken care of. You're on the team. You signed up. You can't eat the supper there. We have the supper at 7, but there will be a concession open till 5:30. The bar will be open. If you know, you know. But yeah, 50-50s, Heavy Hockey Showdown. That goes March 14th, and it's in support of SACE via the Edmonton Sports Talk Give Backs Fund. So should be a great day tomorrow out at the Shamrock Curling Club. 3 questions. If you have one more question, you can try to get it in. Question number 1, though. Winter Olympic sport that doesn't exist but should. It's easy for me. I've been asked this question a couple times. I think I've asked it a couple times as well. It's a very easy question, but I will go with downhill. Well, obviously downhill, but sledding. Specifically,
just like like a toboggan?
Well, I'm thinking like GT Noma snow racers.
Oh, yeah.
Each country gets a GT. Now you have, much like auto racing, there has to be specs.
Yes.
You can't just soup up your GT, but there has to be like
no carbon fiber stuff.
Well, and if you do, but everybody's got to follow the same set of rules. So I've always wanted to take a GT down a ski hill, but an Olympic one at that would just be...
With a helmet.
No, you're all padded up. Everything's
you
safe.
Got the full kit.
But every country has its own GT decked out in the country's colors, the flag and everything. Mm-hmm. You're on there with the helmet and the pads and everything, and you just go. Or maybe it's some sort of a slalom that you have to kind of...
It feels like what you're describing. I know the GT racer and all of that stuff, but it's like the luge, but out in the wild. You know?
Yeah.
You're hurtling on this tiny little thing.
Yeah, not the
To a
downhill
certain
ramp.
depth. No.
But you're kind of. I want more of a. It's got to be some sort of an adventurous terrain where you have to.
Okay.
So for me, it's always been GT snow racing. I think that would be the Winter Olympic sport that doesn't exist but should.
Degree of difficulty. I kind of like that.
You?
Well, I've given no thought to this because I thought
putting you on
with the world or with the Olympics that they have every possible variation on winter competition.
I've always thought too that like swimming
should live in the winter
because they don't do it outside.
Oh,
like the swimming events. Like think about it here. When it's winter time, you don't go to an outdoor. You go to an indoor pool in the winter. And so for me, like I get they're in bathing suits and that's a summer dress, but like I've always found that kind of odd.
On the spur of the moment, I can't come up with something that I would add because it would, we're missing this particular element.
Tug of war, and then the losing team gets pulled into an ice
into an ice bath,
maybe ice bucket.
I was going to say,
ice bucket challenge. I think we did that, guys.
Ice fishing.
Ice fishing.
Now we're talking.
Okay,
not bad.
So
getting a lot of snowball fights in the nasty chat.
Now ice fishing,
snowball fights is great.
Team Canada wins their third straight.
Now I don't know how you construct that. Is it a team of 3, like a 3-on-3 thing, or is it like a 16-man
snowball
team?
fights on skates?
Now we're
we're starting to really refine this. We're workshopping it on the fly.
This is good.
Thin ice on that lake too.
But the fishing, so you would each country gets a shack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or an hour. You have an hour to pull in the biggest pike.
You have to, but you have to set up the shack as well.
Yeah,
the teams have to drive to the lake.
Not start fishing.
No,
until you set up the
full Monty. You all get in a truck and you have to drive to the thing.
Yeah,
and drinking is required. You have to drink.
You have to drink.
Yeah,
at least 3 beers.
At least 3 beers. More if you want.
It's just more. 5. You have to drink. I think the national drink of your chosen country.
Yeah, like Team Estonia just can't set up the shack. Like they are tripping over themselves. They haven't even gotten a rod in the water.
No,
they
really aren't interested in getting a rod in the water.
They won't be podium.
No,
I like this. Shoveling would be my Olympic sport. From the Whistle Dog,
and that's more of that's more of a judging sport.
Yeah.
You'd have a panel of judges, and they would judge you on how you like. Are the edges done well?
Windrow clearing.
But how did he shovel the grass though? Yeah, no, that's
timely, topical, and local.
Windrow clearing.
Windrows.
Is that going to be your final answer?
Yeah, that is my final answer.
Okay.
In all seriousness, just a quick one. I had to look this up because I wasn't sure. But ice cross downhill. Do you know what that is? The skating. Skating. That's like you have 4 people and they like skate down and they're like doing jumps.
Yes.
That would be like I'm kind of surprised that's
it's an
not,
X-gamey type of thing.
Well, they did that here.
Yeah.
They did that here in Edmonton.
Yeah, the crashed ice.
Crashed ice.
Yeah, Red Bull. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so that would probably be mine.
How about hockey games with cold country teams versus teams from the equator? A Whistle Dog says
There's something there.
Pushing stuck cars out of snow. This is like the Metrics World's Strongest Man, but winter edition.
The winter games.
Yes.
Like, Magnus von Magnuson, and he's
Lars something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got those little things that you put over your shoes. With
clips.
The clips.
Yeah. Polar Bear Wrestling, Dr. Evil says.
Okay.
Custom soapbox racing on snow from KR. Why isn't basketball in the Winter Olympics? Tube Socks asks. It has the same season as the NHL.
Not an unfair question.
Well, and again, played in
unfair.
I don't know. These are things that keep me up at night, but probably shouldn't. Snowmobile racing, Rob from LA. That'd be pretty cool.
Although, if you know anything of the NBA owners, do you think they'd shut down a season? I mean, truly.
Yeah. No. Touche.
Yes.
Question number 2. Favorite television commercial of all time? Now, you're a man of vintage. I don't want to date you too much, but
You've
seen
no
it all.
problem with that.
You've seen it all.
I was there right when it all started. No, I'm trying to think of favorite television
the old
commercial.
Radiation King.
Well,
mine's going to be Terry Tate, office linebacker. From Super Bowl, whatever it was, I think.
Can I take a series of television commercials to keep it within the sports realm? Those
Sure.
ESPN, this is SportsCenter.
Okay.
Were well written. Super on brand and very memorable. Like any of those.
Good writing was involved. Good character casting. Script. It was
Dan
all
Patrick, Keith Olbermann, Stuart Scott, that whole gang, that era of SportsCenter.
Of course, you can play along 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat. X-Ray J says, was that the Budweiser?
Yeah.
It was Budweiser, right? I think. Yeah. No, but Terry Tate, office linebacker, Super Bowl 2003, when he was in the office and just plowing people. That was when football was still football. No guardian caps in that era. And he was just crushing people in the office. Trev, do you have a favorite television? Now, you're a YouTube guy. You do most of your media consuming on the tube now, not the television tube, but give it to Mikey. He'll eat anything. Life cereal.
This is tough.
Mikey likes it.
Canadian Tire commercial with Albert.
Albert.
He
He captured the heart of the nation, did he not?
did he ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, man. Like I don't know. I can't just pick one. Like and nothing's really like
but
sticking out right now. I'm struggling. This
No,
sucks.
don't. Because I don't like when Trevor gets scared.
I wish I had more time.
Well,
to think
Ken
about
says
this
the
one.
Dos Equis World's Most Interesting Man commercials are the best.
Classic. That's a classic.
When he washes up on the beach and he's got the thing of rum or I think that's him. No, that's the Captain Morgan one, but it's a play off of that. I think I might be confused here.
Yeah, those ones were good.
Any of these, would fit comfortably within that.
Tom says the old Coca-Cola commercials during Christmas time. Those polar bears always get me. Those are pretty emotional. The polar bears and they're cute and it's Christmas. And Rob from LA says Joe Canada is a great one. Yeah. Is that the I Am Canadian?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
him and the rant and might have to dust him off again.
Well, why not? What's he doing?
Okay.
Make the call.
I think he he hosts a show on CBC Radio
Works
in the
at a bank.
Maritimes.
The Nike hockey commercials with the goalies who had to take up new jobs because Fedorov embarrassed them. The taxi driver, Gardner, etc.
With those Nike, with those vapor, what were those skates?
Aaron the accountant. That's a good one.
Yes.
That was really good. That was when there was a little more creativity in those ads.
And Fedorov was cool, man. Like
anything settling there
for
you?
I don't know. Okay, if I'm thinking of there's plenty of funny ones that'll come to me definitely after the show. But one I always think of, and it takes me back to my childhood. It's just iconic for me. Is when Sid lost to the Red Wings, and they had a freeze frame of him, and it was the shot of him kind of just looking at them celebrating, and then it shows he's like, "This was tough. I never want to feel this again." And then he gets back to the pose. I always think about that. That one stuck with me, and I always wanted McDavid to be on.
Speaking of Sid, those.
It's just his early commercials where he was funny.
Well, the Hortons ones with him and McKinnon.
Him and McKinnon as well.
The drive-through in the Zamboni. I mean, that's hilarity ensues.
They showed the bloopers. I've clipped a few of those. Those are funny.
Question 3, and we got Austin Mack coming up just after the next sports update. So we'll
newest elk.
Yep. If you had to eat a crayon, which color would you choose?
Green.
That was quick.
Certainly have at one point. At least a bite.
We've all been curious back in the day.
I think everybody's taken a nibble at some point.
And take
a nibble of the tip there.
But I mean, what color? I mean, they're obviously not flavored. It would be not like the Mr. Sketch markers, which were very enticing to take a bite because of the aroma that came off of them.
Okay, I'm of a certain age.
Yes.
As you know. There was a time.
They had lead in the crayons.
They had a lot of things. When model glue, that you would make models with.
Go on.
Well, no, I'm about to. There was a short time where you could buy model glue that was lemon scented to make it more appealing to the kids. Now, what were people doing with model glue, Eric? Right. So
mixing it in a pitcher with water.
Right. Yeah. Yes. So you come home from the playground when I was a kid, and I go, Mom, why are those older boys hiding out at the playground with model glue that smells like lemon?
Yeah, pledge.
Yeah, you get in here right now.
Rob from LA, brown.
See, I was thinking black, sort of licorice.
Well, I get a chocolate or a licorice. Yeah, you
like
kind of get that.
A darker color would be where I'd go.
I'm staying away from the tropicals. Green is okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I like green.
It's an enticing color to the eye, but I think It's a dumb question. I get it.
It is dumb.
Yeah,
No,
it's very
but
they
dumb.
all taste the same. by the
Well,
way.
I know that, but
Right, and we're not
this
here.
is
and
more of
for
a
those-
person. This is a Rorschach test.
If you have young children listening, we're not advocating.
No. Do they even make crayons? I probably don't even make
sure
crayons.
they do.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
They're still out there.
Bring back the Laurentian pencil crayons. That was.
Have they gone away?
I don't know. That does it for 3 questions too many. Austin Mack, newest member of the Elks receiving corps, coming up next. We'll get to a sports update here with YouTube Trev. 95.7 Cruise FM, if you are listening. Quick break, traffic update as well. We'll be back. Austin Mack, Marmet Basin Snow Report, and the wrap coming up as we conclude hour 3 of a Friday Nielson show here, presented by Weiss Johnston. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen, Lieutenant Eric. Here's Trev with the update.
Leon Draisaitl and Evan Bouchard each recorded 3-point nights as the Oilers stormed back for a 4-3 overtime win, locking their first 3-game win streak of the season. Edmonton is back in action tomorrow night when they welcome in the Minnesota Wild with puck drop set for 8 o'clock. Around the NHL last night, there were 14 other games on the schedule. The Wild handled business in Calgary with a 4-1 win, while the Kraken picked up their 3rd straight victory, beating the Maple Leafs 5-2. Toronto now sits 10 points out of a playoff spot and remains last in the Atlantic. Darren Radish had a 3-point performance as the Lightning defeated the Jets 4-1. The Canucks blanked the Ducks 2-0. And the Red Wings fell to the Capitals 4-3 in a shootout, but history was made as Patrick Kane passed Mike Modano for most points by an American-born player, recording career point number 1,375. More history followed as Matt Schaefer passed Bobby Orr for the second most goals by an 18-year-old defenseman, scoring his 14th of the season in a 2-1 win over the Rangers. Meanwhile, Canadians, they dominated the Avalanche 7-3, handing Colorado just its 8th regulation loss of the season. Tonight's NHL schedule features just one game, with the Columbus Blue Jackets visiting the Chicago Blackhawks at 6:30. In the WHL, the Edmonton Oil Kings continue their 4-game road trip in Moose Jaw, taking on the Warriors with puck drop set for 7. And on the hardwood, there were 8 NBA games last night with 9 more on tap tonight. The 29 and 20 Toronto Raptors are in Orlando to face the Magic with tip-off set for 5:30. The stage is set at the Australian Open, where Novak Djokovic will face Carlos Alcaraz in Sunday's final after Djokovic outlasted world number 2 Jannik Sinner in a thrilling 5-set semifinal. And at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, both Alberta teams were in action yesterday, but only Sturmey's rink advanced to the playoffs. Playoff action begins early this afternoon with Peterson's rink facing Team Canada and Black's rink taking on Team Manitoba. Finally, after day 1 at the Farmers Insurance Open, Justin Rose sits alone atop of the leaderboard at 10 under through 18, with play resuming later today. I'm YouTube Trev. You're up to date.
You like to party?
I do.
Do you like to party? Hour 3 of the Nielson Show continues here on
Party
Edmonton
boy.
Sports Talk. Nielson Show presented by Weiss Johnston EST, presented by Play Alberta. And Hour 3 presented by GD Liquidators, Auctions and Appraisals. Mention EST, get 5% off anything new or used. Don't miss their monthly online auctions. GDLiquidators.com, Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call. We're coming to you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen. Lieutenant Eric here with you as well. We'll be joined here in a minute by the newest Elk. Signed yesterday, Austin Mack, formerly of the Montreal Alouettes, some time down with the Atlanta Falcons as well. A stud receiver as well on various teams in the Dunia Fantasy League. And I'm sure that his fantasy stock will rise, being reunited here with Cody Fajardo in the green and gold. They had a great duo in Montreal, and I'm sure Elks fans will look for that to continue. So we'll be joined on the phone by Austin Mack here in a minute or two. Your thoughts, your texts, always welcome, 780-218-9999. If you'd like to know anything, I guess, from Austin Mack as well, please chime in. He did join Hernan and Gadry yesterday as well. EST Afternoons, they'll be by again today, 1 to 3 here on Edmonton Sports Talk. The signing, again, we went through the receiving. Keyshawn Johnson re-signed with the Riders.
Yes.
Tim White landing in Winnipeg. You're then looking at everything. Austin Mack was that top tier.
Curly Gittins Jr.
And
there
then
as
kind
well.
of the rest. Yeah,
which
he's
is where
there.
I thought they might go, given his, birth certificate.
And maybe a path back as well. Who knows? I mean, the birth certificate, the passport weighs largely with that. But yeah, we'll get Austin Mack's thoughts here on the path that led him at Edmonton. Obviously, I think he spoke glowingly about Ed Hervey and I mean, you mentioned too before this news broke yesterday on the show. I mean, Ed Hervey, former receiver, if there's one position that he could probably coax a guy into coming or discuss or kind of sell on or even find that we don't know of yet, this would be it.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll ask Austin Mack, I'll telegraph the question, is what was the sales pitch? The contract, okay, the money aside, and I'm sure there would have been, multiple offers for him. Okay, what tips the balance?
Yeah.
Is it knowing the quarterback? Is it having a pre-existing relationship? Or is it, you look at the roster, you look at the head coach and what Mark Killam is doing here and what Ed Hervey is doing and attempting to do, and you say, yeah, okay, I'll lock in there. You're moving your family out west, and because I think Austin Mack is in the Dallas area, is he not? Or we're saying, yeah, I think he's somewhere out there. What does all of that mean?
It's a 2-year deal running through 2027. 28 years old. He was scheduled to receive a $45,000 offseason roster bonus from the Owls February 1. And I know a few people had questions as well. Where would you think, what do you think happens with Trey Ford? Because
I don't think
another bonus due there too. So, I mean, just...
He won't see that bonus.
Right.
I mean,
because that's the next question here to kind of shoot a drop, I guess, with this club. But,
yes. Yeah. So I don't see him making it to that bonus. You got to make hard decisions.
Austin's good to go. Trev's given me the signal, and we bring him in. Austin Mack joining us this morning. Dave Jabison and Lieutenant Eric. Austin, thanks so much for taking the time this morning to join us. Welcome to Edmonton, man. And how does it feel being a member of the Elks here?
Thanks, man. Super excited to be here. I think the emotions are still kind of settling in. I'm really fired up, honestly, and just can't wait to get to work.
Austin, what was, if you can share some of this, what was the sales pitch that Ed Hervey gave you over and above, you having a relationship with Cody Fajardo? But what tipped the balance in favor of Edmonton?
He actually, he came to me. He was like, "Hey, Austin, what's I think in my agent, but he was like, what's 5 things that really separates, this decision for you?"
Mm-hmm.
And for me, a lot of it isn't as much football. It's more about family, more about situation, right? Obviously, if I'm going out west, It has to make sense for all that, right? And when it all came down to those bullet points, man, Ed just non-emotionally, just had a great answer for every single one of those. And knowing situation, knowing all that. And then on top of it, I know the quarterback. Mm-hmm. I know a couple of receivers on the team as well. Me and Javon Leake actually played in the Giants back in 2020 together. So I have a lot of great relationships on the team as well. It ended up just being a no-brainer when it came down to it.
Yeah, and you mentioned Cody there, and that's obviously, one of the big bullet points. I mean, everybody kind of knows your relationship with him in the past. When it was in Montreal, but what is it about? We've had Cody on the show before. We've gotten to know him obviously over the years, but off the field, you and Cody. I mean, where's that relationship go as well? I mean, we all can tell that you guys click on the field, but what makes Cody a special guy and kind of the selling point there from him?
Yeah, I mean, just Cody really. When I first met Cody back in 23, I mean, super quiet guy. Just a family guy. Also, somebody that really has helped me. He really put me under his wing to teach me the CFL game. I'm a guy that only played, down south ball. Didn't really understand timing and spacing. I used to run my routes 1,000 miles per hour, and he'd be like, "Mack, like you're running fast. Actually, I keep missing you in the window." He was just, every single morning we'd be in the facility 6 a.m. just grinding, and what we built, throughout that year, and then obviously what we accomplished. I give a lot of credit to my success to him being able to show me the game of football from his lens. And, that just helped me as a receiver, be better available for him. And then obviously, just help our team ultimately get the job done.
Austin Mack joining us here on the Nielson Show on Edmonton Sports Talk. Austin, you only play the Elks twice a year, but can you give us your assessment of what you see with this franchise under Mark Killam, his first year as head coach last year, and what they are working on in their rebuild? What have you seen?
Yeah, man, just, first thing I've noticed, is just the talent that they have on the team. I mean, they beat us last year when we were banged up, and, knowing that, all of these guys on the team, a lot of them are young guys. It just reminds me of what we did in 23, and to be back in a similar situation of, on a team where people want to win. That's all I care about, and to see that hunger and to see that drive and to see what they're building. I think they're making the right moves and adjustments to make sure that's giving us the best chance this year. So, man, I'm excited. I think that this team's hungry. I think this team's going to be, explosive, and I just can't wait to get into training camp and start working with the boys.
Have you gotten a chance to speak with Coach Killam yet? And what are your thoughts? I know we went over, Ed Hervey's influence and Cody Fajardo and stuff, but how excited are you to play with under a coach here who, we're kind of seeing as well. I mean, football now is more of a player's coach type of sport. Your thoughts on Coach Killam here and your interest in playing under him?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't know too much about Coach. I haven't actually got to meet him yet or speak with him. Hoping I do here soon. Coach, if you're listening, man, call me. But look, definitely excited. Like I just know that there's a lot of players I've been talking to. They really respect him. They like how he operates, and you, like you said, players coach, and and those are the type of people you want to be around ultimately. So at the end of the day, I mean, I don't care if it's Killam, I don't care if it's Cody yelling at me. It doesn't matter, Like I'm excited to just get out there and really get to know everybody and work with everybody. I got to speak with the OC Jordan and Coach Tucker, so I know Coach Tucker played in the league, and he's he's a receiver. So to be able to also working with the receiver coach up here who's, played the game, I'm really excited about that as well. And I'm pretty sure, Jordan's he grew up under Jason Moss. So I'm sure the offense is pretty similar to what I'm used to. So more than anything, man, I'm excited to get around the guys and really grow, with the team.
Austin, can you just look back for a moment at your time in Montreal and your relationship with Jason Moss? You referenced him there, but, what he meant to your career.
Oh, man, yeah. I mean, for me, guys, like, up and down career, pretty successful early on in my NFL career and then dealt with some injuries. But there was a point in 23, I didn't know if I loved football. And then I come up to Canada, and, that year brought the love back of football to me, and I give a lot of test to that to Coach Moss. And, it's a lot of respect for him. He's a guy that is all about hard work, all about effort. Doesn't matter who you are, and you got to be able to prove it, week in and week out. And that's somebody that challenged me to push myself to be, the best I can be for the team. And a lot of respect for him. Wish nothing but the best for him.
Austin, and just, finally getting away from the football here, and correct me if I'm wrong, you are a family man?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Got two girls. Girl dad, man.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask, away from the football field, this maybe affects the answer a bit, but what's Austin Mack get up to for fun? Is it just full-time daddying? Do you game? What does Austin Mack do away from the football field, if not just taking care of your two lovely daughters?
Yeah. Number one is we're training, we're taking care of the body. Number two, it's dad time all day, every day. The wife, she's full time in season, so the off season it's more dad time. So definitely that. We travel a lot, and that's what we like to do the most is really just get around and experience some things, get with family as much as possible. My family's from Indiana, hers is from St. Louis, so obviously our home in Canada we don't have too many family around, so we just try and be around with a lot of family, and get to some warm air here sooner than later.
It's coming.
That's the biggest.
Yeah, it's coming. We'll pass your number along to Coach Killam as well, and I hope you guys have a good conversation. I think it's going to be a great fit. I mean, fans, listeners here, very excited at the news yesterday and your signing, and judging by how you sound, you're pumped too. So can't wait until the start of the season to see you in that green and gold, man. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks, Austin.
Have a blessed day.
Austin Mack, newest receiver of your Edmonton Elks. Reuniting with Cody Fajardo, coming off what they did in Montreal. This is a guy, as I mentioned, from a fantasy point of view. He was always a guy that could put up some good numbers. Again, reuniting with a quarterback that he knows and has had success with in the past. A good fit. And he sounds excited to be here. So this is, again, the receiving core. I don't think last year, it just lacked a bit of name recognition. Only goes so far. You do need to perform, but this does provide the name and a little bit of pop as well.
Sure.
There's a sexiness with him in that grouping.
And referencing there Jordan Maksimic, the OC, and of course Jason Tucker, who, as I like the way he underplayed it, yes, he played.
He's going to be surrounded by some good brains in Hervey and Tucker and the rest, and he's already come from the school of Moss. So there you go, Austin Mack. We appreciate his time and everybody at the Elks for setting that up and doing all of that. So excited to see him and what he's got in store this season. The old dog texts in, beer me. Not today, old dog. There's fight in the old dog yet. We were going to tilt one back, but kind of running out of time here. That's okay. We'll get into the Marmet Basin Snow Report. No Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week this week. So it'll return next week. Sometimes, some weeks they just have it off. But Sobeys and Safeway Liquor returning next week. No giveaway this week. Marmet Basin Snow Report and the wrap to come for William Huff. But let's hit the bed. All right, skimarmet.com is where you can go for all the info, more in depth than what I'll be reading here. But Marmet Basin, Jasper, of course, 246 centimeters season total. -2 mid-mountain right now are the conditions. Jasper in January going on right now. Kids ski free Monday to Friday all season long. But Jasper in January, final weekend, going till February 1st. So get out there, get what's left of it. I know when they wrap up the weekend, it's fine to go at the beginning. Things are getting started.
Yep.
You want to be there in the middle. But they'll be capping off Jasper in January this weekend, the only way they know how. And why wouldn't you want to be a part of the capper, right? Like the grand finale.
Bust out one of those old Alessi jackets, you know?
Yeah, it's their own Gasparilla Pirate Fest. Yeah. They're getting rid of everything they have there. So s'mores at Mid-Mountain here looks like tomorrow and Sunday as well for Jasper in January. You get to ski with Jasper the Bear tomorrow and Sunday as well. All of those things going on, live music, all that great stuff. Get out there once again. For more information, skimarmet.com. But Jasper in January coming to a close this weekend. Ski for less with Kids Ski Free midweek, the family package and escape card. And once again, skimarmet.com for more details. They got it all up there on the website. Everything you need to know. Jasper in January coming to an end this weekend. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Let's get into the wrap right now for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, why wouldn't you? Check out Bruce Simpson and the great team at WilliamHuff.com. In business since 1952, so you know they are incredible at what they do. William Huff. Gentlemen, what did we learn on the show today? We did have some live sports going on as the show went on.
Yes, we did.
And we learned who will be playing in the Aussie Open final.
Well, we learned that Novak Djokovic, not done quite yet. That he was able to subdue over I don't know the length of the match.
There's
I'm sure
fight
you go
in the
5
old
sets.
dog.
No, absolutely. Yeah. So that was cool to see. Maybe disappointing for some who would like him to kind of exit fully the center stage, but that's good.
He's a polarizing guy.
Yes. The other thing I learned, if I could just an addendum to that, is we can't talk about Oiler goaltending. At least on this show.
Just having the discussion.
Okay. I know where you were headed. I know where you were headed.
I know.
It was not taken that way by the audience.
We rattled a few cages.
Yes, we did.
Sports cage.
Yes.
You know, Djokovic said, too, he's not allowing his kids to go on, like, phones or anything, or to have phones until they're, like, of legal age. Like
30. No, yes.
Yeah, because he says, everybody has them, and he doesn't want you be sheep, you follow the flock, or something along those lines. So
he's an independent thinker.
Yes,
for
he
sure.
is. Yes, he is. Trev, what did you pull away from the show this morning?
Yeah, just on Novak, like he's kind of like the Tom Brady of tennis. Like
very much so.
he takes care of himself so well. I watched a video.
He is a temple
of he's like, oh well, like it was like his daily routine. And just the stuff that I'm just like, holy crap! Like he takes care of himself more than I don't know anyone I know, man. Like it's stuff what he was. It's crazy with the stuff that he was like, consume this grass blender drink.
Oh yeah,
that's very good. I also take this and that. Yeah, so absolute beauty there. Kind of happened last night, but Matt Schaefer continues his tear in the NHL, just breaking Bobby Orr's record for youngest goals. He's now second, which is kind of crazy. And then also Patty Kane, all-time leader for American board players.
Step aside, Mike Modano.
That'll be enough of you.
That's sweet.
Learned what color of crayons you guys would like to eat.
Well, the three
Prefer
questions
to?
we did. I mean, it's a Friday installment, so we kind of
loose and fast.
It was loose
That's
and
where
fast.
we-
We learned what crayon you'd want to eat. We also learned favorite television commercial and which Winter Olympic sport that doesn't exist would you like to see exist. This text, first ever text, sorry late to the party, just got to work. List of best commercials has to include the Terry Tate office linebacker Reebok commercials. That was mine with a bullet. Thank you very much for that first-time texter. Must be a 95.7 Cruise FM listener. We also got it. I really love the Olympic sport discussion. You had ice fishing. I know we had snowball fights. A couple people sending that in.
I had windrow clearing.
Well, I don't know if that makes the cut.
But you guys, you got to admit, it's an issue.
Yeah, and you and that
maybe just here in Edmonton. I don't know.
The host
Universally.
city gets their taxes raised due to that
Yes.
sport. Yeah, just to really.
Kind
Lock
of
it
like
in
the
there.
whole Olympic thing itself. Right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Who
Don't
needs
go
the
there,
World
Dave.
Cup? Who needs the World Cup of
Look
soccer?
away.
Right? Yeah, well. Text of the day, though, we had an interesting path for that, and I'm going to run them by you guys, and we can have a little bit of a vote here in the room.
Okay.
Text of the day was, and given Zach Hyman's overtime heroics, he cannot be stopped right now. He's a man on a mission.
Can
Winning
only
it for the
hope
Oilers.
to limit him. Cannot fully
you can
shut him down.
only do that.
Yeah.
Oilers making it finally 3 in a row. We can put that tired narrative to rest. Hyman scoring in overtime last night to defeat the Sharks 4-3. How does Zachary Martin Hyman get on Canada's Olympic roster? Wrong answers only. I get it. There has to be an injury. Braden Point, yada, yada. We all know that
Private members
path.
bill in the House of Commons.
Okay. Well, that you should have texted that.
I
could
should have. I should have
You would
texted
have been
that
going
in.
down on a green pepper, mushroom, and ham pizza this
I
evening
beg
at
your
Royal
pardon.
Pizza.
Yes.
But we got these for Zach Hyman, Canada Olympic scenarios. I will read them to you guys, and we can decide on who is off to Royal Pizza. How does Zach Hyman get on Canada's Olympic roster? He hastily authors a wholesome children's book titled Zach Hyman and the Very Reasonable Inclusion on Team Canada. Hockey Canada reads it, cries, and pencils him in. That comes in from Tube Socks. So taking the author out of Zach Hyman. Hyman shows up and says, Buongiorno, and they let him in. Blair in Calgary. Off the Olympic arena discussion we had with CJ a couple weeks back. Horse eyes, Hyman puts on a Tampa Bay jersey and sends a photo to John Cooper. Pretty simple. Jimmy O, Zach Hyman gets on the team when his dad buys Team Canada.
See, I kind of like that.
It's pretty sly.
He's investing in Team Canada is what he's
Couple
doing.
more to go. Hyman, inspired by LTE, raw dogs it. You love that term, David.
It's so uncomfortable.
Shows up in Milan, nothing but his sweatsuit and a passport. No equipment. He gets outfitted in Milano.
Hey, can I borrow your helmet?
Yeah, they have a hockey equipment.
I'm sure they've
shop.
got some extra stuff around.
That comes in from Troll. And lastly, here's Zach Wildest. Hyman travels down to Gasparilla Pirate Festival this weekend and sells the Tampa players to Captain Boudreau. I don't really know what that means, but it incorporates the Gasparilla Pirate Festival,
Yeah, and
which
we like
makes the
that you
cut.
would weave that in.
Yeah.
Timely and topical.
So, boys,
Yeah.
out of those 6.
Well, I know where I'm going.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I'll go with Jamo.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
you're just going to go with whatever he...
Whatever I said. It's
Yeah,
the,
no,
it's
I
the
like it.
Hyman purchase or investment in Team
dad.
Canada.
Mr. Hyman.
Yes.
Yeah, Jimmy O. Yeah,
I'm buying.
I love the Buongiorno one from Blair in Calgary. He kind of got that in really early.
Yes, he
and
did.
Then it led away for Jimmy O to kind of slide in there and say, Blair, hold this.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Jimmy O, you're off to Royal Pizza, man. Congratulations. Zach Hyman gets on the team when his dad buys Team Canada. 5-star. He's off to Royal Pizza.
When the Calgary Stampeders owner bought the team and had
For
his
Zanny.
son. No, it was Federic.
Federic. Yeah.
Right. And his son was the quarterback.
And he wasn't-
Not good.
Not good. No. But that was, what do they call it? Nepotism.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's indeed the word.
Let's get to your sound of the day. Of course, all Nielson Show songs brought to you by Totem Outdoor Outfitters. Dave Jamieson gets his skate sharpened there, and Zach Hyman could get his Olympic equipment if he raw dogs it to Milan from the Italian wing of Totem Outdoor Outfitters.
Thought of it then.
Family Store takes pride in finding the right fit for you. Check them out, 7430 99th Street or online, totemoutfitters.ca. It's your sound of the day, Club Beat Luke remix from the Vault. It was Chris taking us to 20-0 on Kind of Easy Trivia.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to step in and take over the coaching duties of the team. Whoa. I mean, there's blood all over my hands in this, too, as well, because I put the lineup together.
Mansell back to pass.
You know what? I saw it in his eyes.
5 days of isolation.
Talks a little junk coming back. 5 yards deep in the living room. Bette Midler is going to be in the park today. Kessel in again. Scores again. Adam Pac-Man Jones. Nugent Hopkins scores.
I love it.
Craig's on it.
You need to be patient. It's going to be Craig McTavish. Craig's on it. I know that for sure. Craig's on it.
It's kind of like the garbage truck
Craig's on it.
pulling out of your cul-de-sac. It's just kind of.
And if anybody's going to find the solution, it's going to be Craig McTavish. I know that for sure.
Mel Gibson, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Craig McTavish.
Tequila Sunrise, Raul Julia, written and directed by
Todd Nelson.
Mack behind the bench, genius.
You know what? I saw it in his eyes. This is when you see the results.
I put the lineup together in the roster.
Craig's on it.
Whoa.
Clubbing Lubricants from the Vault, sound of the day here on the wrap for William Huff. Box Pounder in the Nasty Chat says, damn fine show. This Jamo kid is going places.
I'm on a PTO.
Yeah. Well, we did find out too. You're not 30. You're not the one turning 35 this morning.
No, I am not.
Trevor's not the one turning 35 this morning.
No, that wouldn't be me.
That was 5 years ago. I'm 40. I'm a man.
Yes, you are.
But we do have somebody in this building today turning 35.
Very handsome somebody too.
And I will have the pleasure of hosting alongside him today, 11 to noon on the Lock Shop.
Beady eyes.
And he'll be coming up next on the EST Hangout, 9 to 11, alongside Jay Milne and a cast of characters. It is one Matthew Iwanek.
Whoa.
And I think, boys, we would be remiss in not taking this opportunity to get our best singing voices out and serenade him. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Matt Iwanek.
Matty Ice.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Matt.
Oh, there he is. He
A solemn wave and a thank you.
Thank you.
More than I expected.
Downcast. Bleak already.
So proud of him.
Yes.
I wonder if he got his free Starbucks.
Yeah.
Might as well take advantage.
Yep.
Birthday
So
only
Zach-
comes once a year.
Barista writes Marty on it.
She knows. She's down. Yeah.
Yeah, she gets it.
So happy birthday to Matt Iwanek. He makes the place tick.
Yeah.
And can't overstate that enough. Thanks everyone for putting up with me and
me.
thank you.
No,
well, no. You're the straw that
I'm the glue
stirs
guy.
the.
I'm the adhesive fellow.
Just not that lemon flavored stuff, hey? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Dustin Nielsen, scheduled to be back Monday. He'll be fresh off the boys' trip with Marshall down Crow's Nest Pass. We'll get an update on how the tournament went and all that good stuff. For YouTube, Trev, handling on the sports updates, getting the guests going, keeping the show on the rails. Dave Jamieson, I'm Lieutenant Eric. Thanks so much for listening. Coming up next on 95.7 Cruise FM, let's just take a look at the Music Master here. Oasis. Don't look back. Love it. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, everyone. Maybe see you tomorrow at the Shamrock Curling Club EST Fun Spiel. Hangouts coming up next. Don't go anywhere.